We are going live.
Damn it,
in
Sin.
3, 2.
Sin. Damn it. What the hell, man?
There he goes. Weird.
I just
Man.
fixed that. We are live, everybody. How's it
The
going?
Twitch looks good.
Yeah, you're still your borders in the thing. I hate that. That's little things like that bother me, but we'll just let it go this time. People know you're talking when that little light bar shows up, so it'll have to do for tonight. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? It's been an eventful week, let me tell you. It's been crazy, but thanks for everybody showing up tonight. This is going to be a good show. We got a lot to talk about here. So I might play a couple transitions tonight in between our segments. So
we have a lot to talk about and you're making it longer.
I'm probably doing that. You're right. You're right. All right, here we go. Yes, I did make that. Okay. We fixed that. Okay, good. All right, here we go. 3, 2. What's up, Guardians? Welcome to episode 368 of the Guardian Down Roundtable. In our podcast, we talk about topics and news that impact our gaming hobby, all while keeping a focus on our community. We are a live video show with an audio version available every Monday morning. We love the live shows, though, and we love that our chat interacts with us during the show. So, yeah, definitely chime in tonight if you want to talk about our topics, you have a question, or you have input. We want to hear it. Let's introduce our my permanent guest, our permanent co-host tonight. I'm losing it.
You need to start over.
Let's introduce or say hello to our permanent co-host, Mr. Kingsley Mack from the great state of Utah. What's going on, Kingsley? How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm glad to be here. Although it is hard having a gaming hobby when we have to podcast, but
that is
glad
true.
to be here, though.
That is true. You know, I figured, oh no, he's probably playing the Black Flag Resynced on his portable or something tonight. Just kidding.
No, I can play it on the PC while I podcast.
Exactly. Let's introduce our guest hosts tonight. We got two that are back again. This guest has been a member of the GDR and Patreon community for over 3 years now. He's been an active community member in our Discord, obviously. If you'd like to hear his original interview with us, check out episode 301 from April of 2025. And he's one of our 3 Raid Boss patrons that give back to our community. He's back again to weigh in with his opinions this week. Please welcome back Amazing Taco King. How you doing, man?
Very opinionated and active, as you say. I'm more of a lurker. I don't really act and interact with most people.
You always have.
I just talk trash and feedback in the Warframe chat sometimes.
All right. Well, I know you. You definitely have. You're watching our show live. You usually have a lot of input, so we appreciate that, man.
I just like to see how much I can mess you up.
Oh, it won't be hard tonight. That's for sure. Since the last time he was on our show, Discord decided not to function at all. So we've asked him back this week as well. He's been a Gatorade patron and community member for over 2 years now. He's become one of our newest community moderators as well. Done a good job, I must admit. Check out episode 262 from July of 2024 if you want to hear his original interview with us. Please welcome back Zombie Pops. What's up, Todd?
Oh, not much. Thanks for having me back. Yeah, last time was kind of a goat rope.
Yeah, it was.
Fix it.
It was a show that almost didn't happen. That's kind of why I titled it that way. Yeah. But yeah, man, it's sorry, my mic was a little low. It's been it's been a weird week, man. That's for sure. That was a weird week that Discord decided to take a dump. Here's what's on the show tonight, by the way, guys. First, I've got some gaming news to mention before we get into our main topics this week. By the way, if you have an article that you want us to look at, be sure to enter it in our gaming articles for Roundtable channel in our Discord server. And again, that Discord community is discord.gg/Guardian Down Roundtable. Next, Zombie Pops has some gaming news in the Xbox realm that he wants to share as well. I may throw some attention to Amazing Taco King. He might have something he wants to mention tonight. Just last minute here, we just decided to maybe talk about that briefly. Next, we will discuss the Guardian Down Roundtable topic of the week and ask the question, what makes good loot? And why are developers missing the point of it all? Well, some anyway. I'll have a follow-up to last week's show topic concerning why more and more gamers are not buying games on day one anymore. I'll explain later. It's a follow-up. After which point we'll shift into our catch-up segment where everyone will share their highlights of their week, what they've been doing, what they've been gaming, what they've been watching, I have one movie review to share also. And at the end of the show, if time allows, I think we have at least one question in there. We will share any questions or feedback from our community. So if you do have a question for us and you're sitting there in the stream tonight, go to our podcast questions channel in our Discord and enter it right there. And by the time we come back around to the question segment of our show, we may read it aloud on the show. Remember, if you want to send us a voicemail or an email, go to guardiandowncast.com, and real simple on that. There's a big button you can press and just send us a message. All right. If everyone's ready, let's roll. All right, here we go. All right. First thing on the agenda this week is a few gaming articles that I plucked from my feed. And we're going to briefly talk about each one. It's kind of like a fast fire segment. The first thing I want to talk about is the game devs have gotten together to create a bundle of games that are supporting all the game devs that have been laid off. We talk about industry layoffs all the time, and honestly, it gets exhausting. But this week, developers actually took matters into their own hands in a huge way. Necrosoft Games teamed up with the UVW-CWA union and put together this massive itch.io bundle. We're talking over 100 games for a minimum of $10. You get bangers like A Short Hike and A Ranger. I'm sure Amazing Taco King knows what those games are. DRM free. But here's the best part. 100% of the proceeds go to the hardship fund for devs who lost their jobs. And the numbers out there are now pretty scary. The latest GDC reports that 1 in 3 U.S. game devs got hit with a layoff in the last 2 years alone. I mean, it's rough out there, but people showed up for this. The bundle smashed through its $100,000 goal in literally 3 days. And so they're now pushing for $200,000. If you've got $10 sitting around, go buy it. It's the easiest money you'll ever spend, at least for some cool games, right? 100 games, that's pretty good. What do you guys think of this? It's pretty badass, right? Game devs getting together to support other game devs.
I mean, hopefully they'll make more money. If there's
so.
5,000 people laid off, everyone gets $20 so far. But
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. I mean, look, this is a very awesome thing they're doing. I haven't heard of any of those games. I kind of prefer Humble Bundle things more, but I do want to support them. Maybe I'll just donate anyways and not care what the games are.
Dude, of 100 games, what's the odds of finding 5 that are pretty cool? They're probably all indie games, I'm sure, but I don't know.
There's a lot of junky games out there, so I'm not
market's
saying
pretty
I'm
saturated.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
it's good intent.
Thing. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, they mean well. I mean, even if you just throw $10 at it and don't play any of the games or are worried that they're junk,
right?
It's good to like donate it to them, I guess, if you feel bad. But like Kingsley said, the Humble Bundle stuff, they go to charity and stuff too. So, that's a good quality program as well. So,
yeah, it's cool to have this. Also, the fact that they're DRM free games would also have to mean they're kind of like games that no one really cares about much. But support the developers, donate some money either way. I really think I will, even if I don't care about any of these games.
Okay, cool. Okay, we'll keep moving. The next story I have, it's a story from Engadget, and basically the title of it is "How long can you expect the PlayStation 5 to last?" We talked about rumors and discussion around the PlayStation 6 are growing, but potential high launch prices, economic headwinds, component costs, and a move toward diskless formats make the PS6 less accessible or appealing, actually. So the question is, how long can users rely on their PS5 before being forced to upgrade or switch platforms or, God forbid, stop gaming? The PS4, which was launched in 2013, by the way, just some fun facts here, still receives firmware updates and security patches over 13 years later from Sony. And the trends show multi-year software crossovers between console operations like PS1 to PS2, PS4 to PS5. The popular live service games, in other words, Fortnite, Roblox, and indie titles, they maintain long lifespans on older hardware. But the major AAA cross-gen releases like God of War Ragnarok, naturally fade out and service titles eventually drop less gen support. Call of Duty Warzone sunsetting PS4 and Xbox One support, for instance. The longer AAA development cycles like Naughty Dog titles mean fully next-gen exclusivity takes time. And then Sony's projected to end support for physical game disc around 2027. So with proper care, modern hardware can survive well into the next console generation and beyond. The biggest enemy for PS5s is heat and dust. And airflow blockage is a major cause of failure. Regular vent and port cleaning and proper placement are essential. There's built-in thermal shutoffs, obviously, to protect against immediate overheating damage. And then you've got the disk drives and ports. Mechanical components like the disk drives, heavily used ports like HDMIs, are prone to physical wear. External modular drives on the newer PS5 revisions are easier to replace. The power supply. Failure in the PSU causes random shutoffs and power issues, and I think that's pretty easy to fix. I mean, it's not really much to it. I think the voltage regulator is built into the PS5. I don't remember there being a big, voltage regulator built into the thing. But anyway, just a few tips. If you do have a PS5, get that vacuum cleaner out, man, and unplug it first. You don't want any extra juice going to your PS5 chips. But between Sony's long-term support, software support patterns, and basic hardware care, PS5 owners can expect their consoles to remain functional and relevant for many years to come. I mean, I have a PS4 still. I have a PS3 still that operates just fine. So I know, Zombie, you're an Xbox user, but this kind of applies to you too, man. I mean, I don't know. I know Kingsley has a PS5, but I think he mainly PC games. But what about you, Amazing Taco King? I'm sure you're a PC gamer, right? That's your platform of choice?
Yeah, that's my main platform of choice, but I have everything. So
nice, man. Nice. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't see anything new with this. It was the same with PS4, PS3. They can last a long time if you keep them up.
Yeah. Same with any old console. I mean, like I have a Nintendo 64 that still works because I took care of it.
Right.
But the PS5, they got the liquid metal in it to cool it down, I think.
Yeah.
So you do want to make sure you keep an eye on that and keep it flat or whatever. Because otherwise you will cook them. I know that much about them. So
I do have a question on that because I've heard that, and we've kept both our PlayStations upright, and by the time I heard it, it was after the fact, and I almost don't even care at this point. But I'm curious if I'm going to see a shorter life with keeping my PS5 upright versus flat.
I've heard they used liquid metal in only like the production release, maybe. And then once they found out about it, they kind of switched it back to regular thermal.
So mine was a production release, and then the wife has one that's a little bit newer. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. I mean, it's just something to keep an eye on or whatever.
Scarlett, you had to replace your liquid metal? Wow.
Well, that's what he was just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Of all the things that are going to go bad, I've heard that also.
That's like the thing.
But
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Lay them down if you can.
Mine's upright. I should probably find a space to lay it down somewhere, I guess. It's PS5. PS5 is not. It's not the greatest thing on its side. It really wasn't really made to be on its side. I know I can put it there, but
it does. It has the little holder thing, so it is.
I didn't get one of those.
You don't do it; just do it there.
And that's kind of the thing with the Series X, at least as far as I know, is has one position and it's
a big box, man. Yeah, how do you lay that on its side? You can't really do it.
Well, I mean, I guess you can, but
it has built-in tabs on one side that you can actually lay down to give it on a flat surface.
See, because the way the PS
also built to survive the upward better than PlayStation.
Yeah. See, the PS5, if you look at the design of it, the way the grills and everything's set up, it's set. If you put it vertical, like I have it, all the heat goes right up through the top of it. I mean, that's where all the vents are and stuff, but I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, as long as there's vents on the side too. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
My consoles get enough usage to actually warrant me worrying about them exploding.
Yeah, that's a thing, man. That's a thing. When Destiny moved over to the newest console, I left my other one behind. It was sad, but I'm a console jumper, man. I as soon as there's something better out technologically, I usually jump to it pretty quick. I mean, I had
Your
to
PC.
have, well, not my PC, but I know Kingsley's trying to convert me into a permanent PC player.
You said it.
I know.
I upgraded my whole rig last year, so I'm set for the next like 6-7 years. No problem.
I seldomly go back to the Xbox.
Really?
Honestly.
And
like I have the Series X, like the top of the line Xbox.
Right. Right.
And the PC is just so much better. And it's like I have a budget PC, not like a high end one or even like a medium end one. Really.
Okay.
It's pretty cheap build, honestly, but it works way better.
Okay. I do have another story here. Lana Pierce just released a video on, I like her style. She's real cocky and she kind of likes to stick it to the man, you know, it's kind of her style. But she just put out a video, and I just added this just last minute here. But this was kind of a follow-up to remember I was talking about layoffs and how the Western studios are in chaos and the Eastern studios seem to be doing just fine. Well, she kind of reinforced that theory in her video. And I mean, basically 50,000 game developers have been kicked to the curb since 2022. 50,000. And the wildest part, it's happening while publishers are pulling in record cash. Now, you'd think this is a global collapse, right? Wrong. Over in Japan, it's the total opposite. Sega bumped its salaries by 33%. Koei Tecmo, 23%. Capcom gave fresh grads 27.7% raise. Atlas jumped 15%. Nintendo gave everybody a 10% raise. So the question is, why are Western devs getting slaughtered while Japanese devs get those raises? Well, as she explains in this video, it comes down to law and culture. In the US, we have at-will employment. You know, boss has a bad Tuesday, you're fired. But in Japan, they have this legal rule called abusive dismissal. You literally cannot fire someone just because a game underperformed. You have to prove misconduct. You have to give them second chances. You got to try retraining them, basically jump through a million hoops. So when a big publisher needs to make the stock market happy, guess who gets chopped? The American devs teams, as you've seen Sony with Bungie, every single time. And then there's the mindset. Former Nintendo head Satoru Iwata once took a 50% pay cut himself to stop layoffs in this company. He said that people who live in fear of losing their job can't make great art. Imagine an American CEO that does that. Oh, there was one, right, Kingsley?
Yeah.
He's no longer with us now, but I mean, I thought this was just a quick follow-up on.
Sure there's
on
more
that.
than just one.
Yes, of course.
But,
yeah.
Look, I think the biggest thing too is also they probably didn't grow too fast. Like I always say, that's the biggest issue here.
That could be.
People see dollar signs, and so what I don't like about sales type mentality versus service, because sales you can make more, but you have the higher highs and lower lows, and people always want to ride that high faster than they should when it's doing well. So they overhire. We've seen this a million times.
Yeah.
And then now that's probably the biggest issue, because it's not just the not firing, or else that doesn't account for why they got raises over there. So it must be like, you know, the fact that they didn't have too many employees, like, and then maybe, you know, they're doing good with their sales, because it is true that a lot of that Western culture, Japanese, Chinese style, is typically still selling well, even if we don't care about those type of games or whatever, you know, and there's many that we do. So, you know, all the Capcoms, all the Final Fantasy things, like, I don't know how Nintendo will ever not do well. It's always just like a stable horse in the race, you know.
And Japan is losing population. And like I mentioned in my topic a couple shows ago, they really value, I think the retirement age is 60 over there in Japan, but they really value that knowledge base, you know, and they don't want to push that out the doors. They offer all kinds of ways to keep people from retiring in these studios in Japan. It's really something else. Zombie or Taco King, you guys have any opinions on this?
Yeah. Like Kingsley was saying, like, you can't grow a company too fast. And the company I work for, it's a small mom and pops, type pest control, we have 10, we had 10 techs and we just hired 3 more because we're growing, but he is,
you got 13 techs in your company?
Yeah.
It's a good sized company.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting that way. Slowly. We just discussed it. We had a company meeting, every Wednesday. And he's like, we don't want to grow too fast. We kind of, and
I like
still
that.
focus on service, obviously,
right.
Opposed to sales, like other companies. I'm not going to mention any names that start with T's. But
go ahead. I've heard of all.
And end with X.
Yeah, and end with X. It rhymes with like
X.
They're an international. They're the largest pest control company in the world.
International. Yeah, but if you take care of your customers, they'll take care of you, and you'll eventually grow at the rate you need to grow at.
And to add to that, if you take care of your employees, they will take care of your clients because they're vested interest.
Another thing. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't believe you got that many techs. I thought you said mom and pop. I was thinking maybe you're like 2 or 3 techs.
Oh,
that's awesome, dude.
Well, when I started there, I think I was the 5th tech. I think we had 5 on the road, counting the boss.
Reminds me of the company I work for. My uncle, it was just 3 techs and him. That's crazy. Wow.
We just hit our 8-year mark. He's been in business for 8 years, so
it's ironic.
Now we got 13. So
it's my uncle's company sold to that TX.
Oh, really?
Sold to that TX company.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. I already left by then, but
he used to work for him and retired because he didn't see eye to eye, and he will never sell to him. We stole. I say stole. We got
free market.
100 of their previous customers. Just the last 2 weeks.
Nice, man. Easy to do when nobody gives a crap over there.
Yeah.
Company, if the customer doesn't feel like you care about them, they're going to move on, man. There's so many. Me and you can go back and forth. We should have a whole business podcast just on this. It's easy to talk about for me.
Yeah. Well, we'll go down a rabbit hole.
We will. Taco King, what do you say, man, about all this?
I mean, it definitely does come down to like a cultural thing, a reverence for having that older mentality on hand, and taking from that generation to use their wisdom and knowledge to kind of like preserve the old style as well as trying to incorporate it into the new. But the other thing with the Asian market that most people keep forgetting is most of those companies are still successful not because of the general video game market, but because of the mobile market. Like China, South Korea, all of those are like the largest sources of mobile gaming. Like it was when Blizzard first announced Diablo Immortal, all the memes of "Don't you guys have phones?" and "Is this an out of season April Fool's joke?" is because they were aiming for the Chinese mobile market. It was built from the ground up for the mobile market in China, because you were looking at, I think they said at the time, it was like 1.8 million mobile game users just in the Eastern China seaboard alone. Yeah. So I think the diversity there is a lot of Western studios don't get most of their income from like that mobile market that seems to have a lot, because I mean it's easy to spend $300 when you're spending it in $5 increments and not realizing what's going on.
I think when Xbox was swallowing everybody up, I think they purchased King, which is a big mobile market. I think that was part of the deal. I don't know if it was under Activision or what, but anyway. Yeah, I mean, that is true, man. And I've heard similar things in China, how they make companies jump through hoops to have to lay someone off. So, and they got plenty of people as far as population over there, but it is almost a sacrilege to replace people's jobs with AI over there. There's strict laws against it. It's crazy, man. You would think it'd be the opposite, China's a very opportunistic country, and you would think that they would jump on any innovations that would, save them money and time, but all right.
Well, it's not proven yet that it's saving a lot of money and time.
That is true. Yeah. That is true. It's very early still. That's true. Well, I got to finish my story on this last one, because you guys are this is going to freak you guys out. This crossed my feed. It's from TXBT Games, which I've never heard of this place, but it looks like it's maybe Russian based. I can't tell exactly, but no, Kingsley, it's not a scam. No, recently the media drew attention to a story of a fan who of Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, who got into an unpleasant situation because of his nickname. Canadian Brandon Climay used a reference for the in-game shout, Fuss Ro Da, as his nickname. These people obviously don't game. That's his gamer tag. Brandon's nickname gamer tag was spelled Fuss_Ro_Da. And several years ago, a real criminal used a similar nickname, Fuss_Ro_Da. And he corresponded via the Kick Messenger, where Brandon was also registered. So in 2018, an investigation began. The police sent a request, and during the processing of a typo was made, due to which they were looking for a user with the nickname Fuss_Ro_Da. The second underscore was lost in this typo, and as a result, law enforcement agencies were provided with the data of the uninvolved user. Police tracked Brandon to Nova Scotia in 2020. His home was searched, his equipment was seized, and during further investigation, experts found no evidence of a crime or contact with the victim. Despite this, Skyrim fan was arrested and subsequently convicted. I don't know how that's happened, but in 2024, the court sentenced the innocent gamer to 18 months in prison, and he served the entire sentence. The error was discovered when the lawyer was reviewing documents to prepare an appeal. He compared the original request with the case materials for several years. Investigators in the court did not notice the difference in that one little character. And it's not clear yet whether Brandon will seek compensation for these 18 months he spent in prison. But I just wanted to share that story, man. Be careful, Zombie, with your gamer tags and throwing zeros and ones and stuff in your name.
Oh, come
Never.
on.
All right. I couldn't believe this story. It was so crazy, man. But they just let him rot in prison for 18 years. And by the time they appealed, crazy.
It's not like we don't have other people that are in prison that are actually innocent. It
very
does
true.
happen sometimes.
Very true. Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. So
just because
you're
it's
wrong,
a gaming
Kingsley.
one. What's that?
You're wrong, Kingsley. There's no one.
The world is
innocent
totally
behind
just.
Bars.
Well,
The world is completely just. Everything.
I know, right? Right.
Warrants
I
don't
love
get
it.
served at the wrong
Nothing to
address.
see here. Everything is
One
fine.
of the best things, one of the best technology we had in the last 50, I don't know when it came out, but is actual DNA evidence. So you can actually
Yeah.
Oh, you actually didn't do this.
I'm trying to.
I'm thinking about flock cameras, man.
Oh my God.
How
Yeah.
inaccurate they are.
That's true. Oh my God. I didn't think of that. Oh my God. I mean,
That's,
I do have kind of like a fear or a nightmare that I don't actually think this will happen, but like maybe it's just a bad dream I had a couple times. Like I'm in jail for some reason.
oh man.
I'm like, yeah, hopefully it's not because I got, obviously I'm not going to do anything legit, but I don't want to be put wrongly in prison either, you know?
I'm trying to figure out how that court, he must have had the shittiest, he must have the shittiest attorney, man, to get, to get it. It was just a typo. I can't believe nobody caught that, but that just goes to show if you're not a gamer, you're not in that culture, people just totally overlook that stuff.
Okay. What was the charge he got arrested on?
They didn't say in the story. Something about a victim.
Why were they going after his gamer tag? Like,
because
are they, like infringing on freedom of speech, or
no? This was
that's what it sounds like to me. Like he said something in a game chat, and they're like, we got to go throw him.
I just want to double check, make sure I didn't miss anything here.
No, they tracked him down through Kick, so not necessarily a.
They were using
They were
using a messaging service, and he was registered there as well, but with one underscore instead of two. I just blows my mind, man. I hear stories like that.
Yeah, Kick. There could be anything. So
anyway, I thought I'd end with that story. It was kind of a crazy ass story, but all right. Well, that was it for me for my fast fire story segment. We're gonna turn to Zombie right after this. All right.
Give me 1 second. I gotta swap this laundry over real quick.
All right, man. Here, I'll play a transition. Let's see. Who are we gonna transition? Let's do
transition you, Todd.
That's how heavy the balls are.
Let's do this one.
Welcome to GDR, the Guardian Down Roundtable. I guess my map is wrong. I was told to go around this back alley, but I'm in this nice, clean, bright, distant future. I have no idea where I'm at. Maybe look at this door. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. You're listening to GDR.
Yeah, because he's in the cyberpunk world.
You should have done Sin's new one.
I don't have it made yet. I get the raw text.
No, the one that Sin put on the soundboard.
Oh, that one. Okay. Well, Sin's not here, so we can't do it. Hey, Red
yes,
Solo Cup, how you doing, man?
That one.
Yeah, exactly.
He does not want to do that one.
No. All right, Zombie, you all set, man?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 3, 2. All right, we now turn things over to Mr. Zombie Pops, and he has some story concerning Ubisoft and Xbox, I believe. What's going on, man?
Yeah, so Xbox and Ubisoft. As far as I know, there are only 2 companies doing this right now. But like, can you imagine if you bought a physical disc, or digital rights to a game, you could play it on Xbox, PC, or any other system. That'd be pretty wild, right? But that's what Xbox is doing and Ubisoft is doing. If you have physical rights or digital rights to play a game, licensed to play the game, you can now play it on the PC. Xbox is slowly working up to this. With the original Xbox games, they've started on October, I think, is when they're starting on 360, or maybe next year. So they're going, like, if you own the game, you can play it on the PC and stuff. Ubisoft has already done it with some games. I checked my launcher just the other day, and I have 4 or 5 games that I had on the Xbox. Now I can install them on my PC and play them. That way I don't have to fire up my Xbox anymore. But what do you guys think about the ability to own something on one console, or buy it from one place and then be able to play it on different systems?
It's wild. I can't. It makes a little more sense on the Microsoft Xbox side because they're the same company, but certainly they're letting some money go away from the table. But on the Ubisoft side, it's even more wild, but mad respect. Geez, like, this is insane. I never thought I'd see something like that, and, but yeah, Microsoft does kind of have to be on board too, because, never mind. Steam probably doesn't like it the most because they'd be getting less,
Probably, yeah.
Because they don't get their 30% when someone has to buy it again on PC.
What do you think, Amazing Taco King?
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. Honestly, I need to get my Ubisoft account back open on PC again and see if maybe they've ported some of the stuff that I got from Xbox One on there, or even back from the 360 days. It's definitely a neat feature. It's very similar to, I don't know if anyone remembers how many years ago it was at this point, but when I think Xbox One was initially starting to launch, the tagline for Xbox at the time, after they kind of like ditched the Kinect and everything, was Xbox Anywhere. They actually had games, and they've had a few first-party games that do the same thing, like Starfield. If you buy it on the Xbox app, you get a copy on Xbox on console as well. You can just play it wherever, and they're cross-save compatible and all that. But even further back then, like I had a code that I got from a friend. She was a manager for GameStop for several years. She gave me one of her free game codes for Halo Wars 2. and it was one of the titles as a first-party Xbox game that was part of Xbox Anywhere. And with that code, I got the entire like Halo Wars 2 Collector's Edition digital pass for both console, and then you got a free copy of it to download and play on PC Anywhere. So it's similar to what they did that long ago, but they kind of like stuttered the project and like the entire platform down for a while. But it seems like newer first party titles seem to be getting that treatment again. So maybe going forward, we'll start seeing like multi-pass editions of games where it's like a free license for, you know, whatever platform you want it for.
So trying to understand this, you have a physical disc, you put it into your Xbox. Is it downloading that file to the cloud or just the license check or what? You have to still re-download it if you're playing it on the PC? See what I'm saying?
I haven't tried to play them on the PC, but it gives you probably have to download it on your PC.
Okay,
I would assume.
But so. it just checks that license box, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty
right. Exactly.
That's actually pretty cool. You listening, Sony? Hello.
Yeah, right.
This thing on?
Yeah, right. Like they might be doing something similar, but I mean, like with the Ubisoft games, I imagine if you own them on Sony or on the PlayStation as well, they're putting them on PC also. But I can't speak.
I don't
to that.
think so
I can't
at this
speak
point.
To that, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so at this point. Because even the articles I saw about this, it was very specifically just Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Because then if they're doing that, Sony doesn't care or they don't have control. But like if they were trying to do it the reverse way, that's not going to happen to Sony.
Yeah, like let me open up my Ubisoft launcher here real quick, and I'll tell you which games, because I only have two on the computer for it, which are Division 2 and Assassin's Creed Resynced. But in my library,
I do have some really old Assassin's Creed games on my PlayStation, so I can check too if they're on my PC now.
Yeah. I got Rainbow Six Extraction, Far Cry 6, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, Brawlhalla, Rainbow Six Siege, and like I own those on Xbox, so I know
what console. What console is that, Todd? What console you have it
on? They're on. Well, most of them were on my Series X last time I played them.
Okay, X. Okay, I was just curious.
But they might have been on my Xbox One as well. I don't remember.
I heard
purchased it, so
I just heard tweeted out today. I can't remember who tweeted it. But they said Xbox has no intention of getting rid of physical disc. And maybe this is the way they're going to integrate it. It's just going to basically be a license checkbox or something. You know, maybe they'll have the data too, so you'll own the game. But right now, Xbox.
Yeah, this is not just discs, though.
Yeah, right.
This is like all this. Oh shit! I do have a ton in here now.
See,
and I know some of these games were only on PlayStation back in the day, like the old schools, like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood.
That's only Ubisoft, right? Only Ubisoft.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're listed now. It's a little funny because maybe I'll stop paying here soon, but I pay for Ubisoft Plus, so I can get everything, anyways on my PC. But I know I didn't add these to my library yet, and I'm seeing some of these games that are old school from my PlayStation.
Is that effective right now, Zombie, or is that something in the future they're bringing?
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
really?
that Ubisoft's right now.
Okay.
Xbox, they're working on it still.
Okay.
I think the early release of the regular original Xbox titles is out. October, original Xbox titles on PC via Game Pass or the Xbox Store.
Okay.
And then 27, 28, 360, and up. So
that's like Far Cry games. That's all that stuff, man.
Assassin's Creed 2, even
Ubisoft, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a ton
I'll be very
of
curious going forward, the Xbox version with the backwards compatibility thing that you shared. If that's going to include games that like you legally can't buy anymore, but if you have owned them in the past, if those are going to be considered backwards compatible, because I don't know.
If they're delisted or something.
I don't know if any of you guys ever remember or heard of the game Too Human from way back in the day.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I know that game.
I remember it.
Yeah.
Very, very mid gameplay and level design, but the setting and the story is what really kept me in and drew me into the game to continually play it over and over and over again. Because it's literally like cyberpunk meets Norse mythology. It was such a cool story and setting. The opening cinematic is literally just a reenactment of Beowulf, where you chop off Grindel's arm. It's awesome.
Too Human, like TOO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TOO.
I know the game. I'm just looking it up just to
I don't think I ever
double check it.
played it.
Yeah, you can't legally get it anymore because the company that made it, they were sued into the dirt. I think it's Silicon Knights was the name of the company.
Yeah, that's it.
They were sued into the dirt. The rights to the game were like thrown to the ether, and it was just like, oh well, no one can have this anymore. And I bought a digital version of it on 360 because that's when it came out. Was during like the mid 360 era,
right?
PlayStation 3 mid 360 PlayStation 3 era. I bought a digital copy of it because I rented it from Blockbuster when those were still a thing. And I just loved the game so much. I saw it on sale for like Christmas or something for like $12. I was like, oh yeah, I'm totally buying this for $12. I've already played like 60 hours and I rented it for a week. I'm 100% gonna just throw more time at it.
Yeah, Metacritic's got it at 65%. It's not a bad score.
It was a very mid-tier game, to be perfectly honest. I think the only saving grace of it was like the setting itself, because like I said, it was Norse mythology meets cyberpunk. So like the gods of Norse mythology were the Aesir. The Aesir were just like cybernetically enhanced humans that had like reached god level power through cybernetic enhancement and like magic, quote unquote, but it was just like energy weapons and stuff that no one could get their hands on.
2008. Wow. Okay. I mean, I knew that already. I was just double checking my math here, make sure it was right. Yeah. Yeah, I think I was playing Call of Duty at the time. I don't think I was.
We were all playing Call of Duty at the time, but some of us had, expansive horizons. Todd.
2008.
Some of us play more than one game every decade.
Okay. 2008. My kid was 9 years old. Okay, I was busy. I was busy gaming.
Call of Duty still. Yeah,
I had Call of Duty at night.
Warriors.
That's all I had. Dynasty Warriors, absolutely. My son knows all about that because I would actually play Dynasty Warriors while he's in my lap. But yeah, man, my son's going through this right now. He's got he just got over a 2-year-old now, and
maybe it's Elder Scrolls, not Skyrim.
He's busy, man. I mean, he's talking about how that's why he came on the show last week or a couple weeks ago and talked about how his gaming habits have really changed, and I think everybody goes through that. But they always, if you're a real true gamer that started when I did, you always come back to it. You always come back to it once you have more time. So
none of us started when you did. That was
fine, whatever.
I mean,
you guys didn't
see in the same time as Todd, I probably would have started earlier than Todd.
Dude,
to be honest.
I went to the
dinosaurs running around in a hamster wheel.
for my daughter-in-law's birthday, we went to one of those all you can play arcades, and my wife comes up to me and says, "There's a Space Invaders game in the very back." I'm like, it's like in the basement. It's like way in the back, like collecting dust. And I go back there and I look at it. I'm like, doesn't feel the same, man. It feels like this game. I mean, you can barely see the display. I sent some pictures to the Patreon chat, and or in the Discord.
Yeah, it was Patreon.
And
for like $500, you can just buy one of those from Micro Center now, right?
I talked to my wife. I says, I could buy a whole cabinet. I could put it right here behind. I could get rid of one of these bookcases, put it right there, and it has like 100 of those games on there, all in one chip. Yep. I have a customer who's got one. He let it rot on his back porch. I'm like, dude. What the hell, man? It was all mildewed and stuff. And anyway,
you'll never play yours either because you only play.
Dude, yeah. I found
Arc Raiders.
Dude, I found Galaga, and my wife had to pry me off of Galaga. It brought back so many memories playing Galaga, and I was right in front of. They put it right in front of the service bay where people were walking by with buckets and stuff, trying to clean up bathrooms. And they were like, "Excuse me." I'm like, "This reminds me of the arcade days. Everybody was trying to walk around you while you're
just like the arcade."
It was, man. The arcades were so packed with people. You'd have people like bumping into you and stuff.
All the smells and everything.
Oh, it was definitely smelly. A lot of BO from all the teenagers in there. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I don't know how I went to that topic, but I mean that's badass, man. I love that. I love that Xbox is. I mean, let's face it, man. Xbox needs some juice right now. They really need some good news.
They can use it.
Yeah.
They've been doing several good things.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot.
They're moving in the right direction. That's for sure.
Yeah, with the restructure and the shakeup that they're doing, it looks like they're kind of already trying to get their ear to the ground.
Public opinion way better than Sony right now.
Well, I mean, Ubisoft keeps making good decisions like this. They may be above $2 on their stock price. I mean, just saying, they're not hurting right now, and they need a win. So, yeah, it's a big studio.
Making good decisions too. They're focusing on the games that matter, not having too many games.
They're focusing on what got them there.
They grew too much also, and I'm just happy. Like, they have a very good line in the sand. Games below this will maybe or likely go away. Games above this, they're doubling down on.
Yeah, yep. I mean, they know what got them there. They're leaning on that.
Yeah.
So, all right, thanks Todd. Thanks Zombie Pops. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Let's move on next to Amazing Taco King. He has he had an article he read, and we were talking about this in the pre-show chat, and I figured, hey man, let's talk about it, because this has kind of been news lately in the Destiny verse, right? Amazing Taco King, you want to set us up?
Yeah, I saw this article earlier today. I was kind of doom scrolling while at work, being very productive and a great contributor to the overall success of.
I'm going to tell Elon
everything. I don't care. I am probably one of the worst people to be like an Elon fanboy, because I could care less about the man. Honestly, I have told people to.
Dude, don't hurt your career. Don't hurt your career tonight. Don't hurt your career tonight.
Well,
there's no camera. There's no camera. He can't see what you look like. So
if Elon wants to get off his high horse and come fire me personally, I'll shake his hand and say thank you for releasing me from this curse.
Awesome, man.
Oh my God.
It's all about the small company business, man.
Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it was towards the end of the day too. I'd basically done my job anyway. So
exactly, it's what you get paid to do. Yeah.
But yeah, I saw it earlier today as a Game Rant article. Apparently, I don't know if they say his name. I'm looking at it right now. There is a Destiny player. I don't know how current of a player he was, but apparently he archived the file capacity from the before Beyond Light major update.
Right.
And he went through this file and he found some of like the basic building blocks of the build at the time.
Right.
And he started modding it. And apparently they are bringing, with this mod, it's non-functional, but you're going to be able to go through old locales and even more impressively certain raids from before Beyond Light and the vaulting. And one of them that they mentioned, like, is the big draw of the article was you can go into a fully, like, laid out map of the Leviathan raid, but none of it's going to be functional. None of the mechanics are going to work. None of the enemies are going to work. You can't make a guardian. You can't do anything really other than you can just explore with 3 pre-made characters that they give you. He doesn't really specify like how long he's been working on this. They're talking about they want to have it officially available to launch and hand out. Being let's see, it says being downloadable through GitHub, and within 2 weeks they're talking about trying to get it to be available for everyone to download. They do put a oh, here it is. His name is Jesus MC. He's using AI to help with some of the modding, unspecified capacity, and he just wanted people to be aware of it in the event that it's a deal breaker for them. That's the part for me where it's like, that sounds sketchy, because it's like, okay, he's modding it with AI, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that per se, but it's going to be a free download. He's not really developing it. He's using AI algorithm to help him develop it. That makes me more cautious on the end of like, well, they might sneak some, malwares, some Trojan horse code in there that I probably wouldn't personally want to get. But I mean, the premise sounds really cool of just being able to, go walk through it's a Season of Arrivals patches and seeing what the game used to look like. None of it's going to be functional, and according to the article here, like, you can shoot, the player can do things, but you can't change gear, you can't change your loadout, you can't switch anything around other than the pre-generated characters that they give you, and I think, I'm assuming it's one of each class.
Oh.
But, you could see all sorts of stuff that's, no longer in the game and no longer available for the live version, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that.
And nothing that really interests me per se, because I mean, I lived it, I played it. When it got vaulted, was I upset? But kind of, but at the same time, I had kind of given up on Destiny at that point, because after Forsaken had come out and then they announced the seasonal model they were going into, I was kind of done at that point, because the season pass model was just getting so oversaturated, and everything you played at that time, that was like games would just come out and you would get 10 minutes of content for the first launch, and they're like, join us for season 1, and season 1 was like another 10 minutes of content, and then they just trickle feed the game to you over the course of like 3 years, and then abandon it to move on to the next adventure of season pass content.
Yeah. Okay. I like I said, I was hearing about it today. I think even Cactus even put a video out about it, and you mentioned it tonight, and you showed the article to me. I was like, hey man, just talk about it tonight, because I really haven't. I've heard rumblings about it, and it was maybe something we could talk about, next week, but I wanted to at least mention it tonight. So I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, pretty cool. Like I said, they said they're trying to get it out to where, the next 2 weeks is their target for download for widespread.
Okay.
I mean, if someone wants to jump on that unknown hand grenade for us and tell us how it is, I'm curious to see how it works out.
Make sure Malwarebytes is on.
Skeptical. Yeah.
So apparently somebody did something similar. From what I can understand, with Destiny 1.
Really?
It was like Taken King,
maybe the pre-alpha, right, Taken King. The pre-alpha that someone's rebuilding on PC.
No, there's a way that they could go back to an unupdated. Maybe it was the Dark Below. Right after the Crota raid, I think. Yeah. They could interact with all of it or whatever, but obviously not play the newer guns or weapons or something. I heard something vaguely about that, so I wonder if it's kind of along the same lines or not.
Maybe.
Scarlet KM. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kingsley.
This is interesting, but like I don't really care either, because I already lived it, or if I hadn't lived it,
I want to live it again.
Someone who... No, because you're living in a worse state.
Yeah,
walking around bored without doing anything.
Yeah,
and that was my next point. Like someone who hasn't played the game, I mean, I'm sure it'll be fun and gimmicky for like 10 minutes, right? Yeah. But all that work for someone exploring for 10 minutes, I don't know, man. And but here's the bigger issue: cue the Sony lawyers.
Oh God,
they're going to be taking this down. I guarantee you. At least trying to do a lawsuit against them.
Yeah, and supposedly there's nothing left of that game, right? And according to the lawsuit that they had with that artist who lost miserably, by the way, because his story had nothing to do.
Playable was left. Doesn't mean nothing was left. Just nothing actually playable.
Yeah,
that's true. That's what this is. It's not going to be playable. You're just kind of walking around.
Yeah, no dialogue, just
no NPCs, no enemies. You're just a fake character.
Right.
I mean, if Sony doesn't go after them. Someone tries it out, there's no malware, maybe I'll hop in for like 5 minutes if I'm bored one day, but like I'm not super interested.
Yeah. And Scarlet KM, I have not talked about the ARC word at all tonight so far. I will be. I will be.
ARC word?
I will be soon. Actually, on my next topic, I will be, but no, I've been pretty quiet about it. There's not a whole lot to do in the ARC word.
Only said it once tonight.
No, that's
right now.
That's not true. You always have that other half of the game you've yet to touch.
Well, I mean, it says Speranza.
Go shoot people in the face. Come on.
All right. Thanks, Taco King. Appreciate it, man. By the way, someone just entered the chat room. Hello, Taco King. I heard you were talking about me. Are you talking about me, man? What's going on? Is this true?
Oh, geez, you're doing a voice modulator or something.
That's a very bad one too.
That is. Hey, I just searched for it in my voice changer. Sorry. Sorry, I just grabbed it on my voice mod.
Sure, Mr. Musk. I'm interested in moving to Neuralink. Can you make that happen? Because your auto company kind of sucks right now.
Exactly. All right, fair enough. All right, well, thanks, Amazing Talking. Appreciate it, man. All right, my topic is next, right after this. We get that. Yes. All right. Good. No, I have not. I've not talked about it, man. I'm telling you, there's not a whole lot to do right now in the game. So yeah,
shooting people in the face is part of the experience.
Nope.
But it adds. I bet it adds an aspect to the game.
Just move to another game soon.
I have 200 hours plus in that game, and I have no knockouts.
Come to Warframe, finish Diablo, do something different.
Division 2, man.
I know. I need to.
Division 2.
I need to.
Division 2.
I started playing it. And I'm sorry, guys. I just got a little bored. It's just an older game.
No. It doesn't matter if you start playing 1 billion games. You got to play it for like 5 hours and play 1 hour with us.
Okay.
Because you played with other people for Arc Raiders. You owe it to me, Todd, to play with me.
All right, fine.
For some time in Division 2.
We'll do a Division 2 night.
He's like trying to shoehorn you into Division really hard, but he's yet to play Warframe or Diablo with me, Todd. Stand your ground.
No.
You got it installed? We'll do it right after
I got it installed on my PC.
It's funny. We were talking about you last night with Max, and both me and Max we know you. You of all the games, you're more likely to like Division than all the ones we've mentioned.
I probably will, but you know what? I failed to tell you this, guys, but I already played Division 2. I played all the way through the campaign a long time ago, and because I'm starting to play the campaign, and I'm like, I remember all this. This is nothing new. I remember all of this. So I guess I played Division 2, not the original Division. So I mean, the last part of the
YouTube videos and thinking you played it is different. From
no. I remember playing it. I remember. I don't know if they've improved it, but I remember there was a helicopter we had to shoot at the very end, and I was like, "That's it? That's the campaign? What helicopter?
I don't remember shooting a helicopter.
All right, maybe I'm wrong.
I think you're mistaking that for Left 4 Dead 2.
Red Dead Redemption, maybe?
Scarlet KM. No, man. If I go and get a free kit and go to Stellamontis and shoot someone, then I will not be in the PvE lobbies anymore. It's aggression-based matchmaking, man. I won't do it. Now, if I'm playing with some other people, they have separated it. If I play with a group that likes to PvP, then I have no problem with that because it will not affect my solo status. And I play mainly solo.
Let's boot it up right now. Let's go. I'll take you to Stellamontis.
We got a podcast.
You're gonna go. Come on.
We got a podcast to do.
We can tell people about the podcast.
Gaming's more fun than podcasting.
No. No, but I want to talk about
our zip lines.
All right.
Get us out of our homework. We want a game.
I know. All right. Here we go. My topic. Here we go. I'm all set. Here we go. 3.
See, look, Deadpool's
2.
Yep.
All right. For my topic of the week, I was watching a video on YouTube. Yes, I know. Shocking. We were talking about the loot. They were talking about the loot problem, and I wanted to mention this week because I just want to see what you guys all think about the message of this video. And the message was game developers don't really understand what makes good loot these days. I mean, look. Developers are making these live service shooters and they're saying, hey, players love loot. Let's just shove 10,000 guns in their game. Here's the thing. They completely miss how loot actually works. I mean, loot isn't about the item itself. It's about the journey to pull it off. I mean, there's a concept in this video they call juxtaposition gratification. I know it's a big fancy phrase, but it's simple. You got to feel weak first. When playing a game, all right, here we go. Think about Arc Raiders. I mean, when you sneaked around, terrified for losing that little bit of gear that you got, trying to, extract with just a few decent items, every single piece of loot felt like a massive win because the stakes were so high. You struggled for it. You could use the example in Destiny 2. For most of us, that is. Sorry for you guys that were late to the party, but when Gaul kicks you off that ship to what should have been your death, you're powerless. You don't have the light or the ghost to resurrect you. You limp around starting at 0, wandering down into the EDZ later in the game. That was my favorite part of Destiny 2. It's why I created so many alt accounts just to re-experience it again and again, because it's not something you can go back and play. It wasn't a repeatable thing you can go back and do, at least back then. But compare that to a game that just showers you in useless gear every 2 minutes for opening a wooden box. It really means nothing. It's not a reward. It's just inventory management homework. I'll give you an example that just happened to me at the tower in Destiny 2. I would collect strange coins. I would bring them to Zur. I'd say, all right, Zur, I'm gonna give you one strange coin at a time, and you're gonna surprise me with some loot. And all I really got 80% of the time was a blue gun or a blue armor And occasionally I would get, which is the reason I was turning them in, 1 to 3 enhancement cores. But mainly it was just blue armor. Every now and then, maybe an exotic. I mean, maybe a legendary a gun or something. But it's very, very rare. It's just totally useless gear. I mean, it just creates a janitorial job. I have to go to my postmaster and clean all that crap out, which I get nothing for dismantling it either. I mean, I bet actual new lights have better gear than that. But, and look at Destiny. We've all been there. We're running a raid, you know, or an event 20 times, drowning in gear that we already own with better stats. And we're just praying for that one god roll or that exotic finally to drop. When a game ties your actual power to raw percentage chance instead of the skill challenge, it stops being fun. It turns into a job. And I'm not talking about the normal game progression, because I actually enjoy working toward good rewards, but it has to mean something to me. It has to be attractive enough to work toward and chip away at every night for a week or even a month. And that brings me to the 2 types of loot that were mentioned in the video. The first one is called substantive loot. It's loot that actually makes you more powerful. It gives you an advantage in the game. Think of that killer build for your warlock that increases your DPS on a boss, or maybe damage resistance from enemies. And the second type of loot is called reflective loot or rewards. This is the prestige armor. This is this loot that shows other players in the game that what you completed was a major challenge and what you had to do to get it was very rare. It brings me back to the smoke rising out of my head as a guardian, showing others back in Destiny 1 that I completed the weekly Nightfall strike, back when it was a real challenge to do it so. And I'd spend hours trying and failing a lot to try to complete them solo. But when I did, man, I went and I flaunted that blue flame coming out of my neck or whatever it was in Destiny 1. It's the rewards where you can flex a bit, you know, show others your skill ability or your perseverance in the game. And then there's my favorite bullshit in looter shooters, and that is the low percentage drop rate RNG rewards. I know it's supposed to feel special when it finally drops on that 33rd Vault of Glass, but all the devs are doing, they're just deflating the grind for it. I want to feel like I had to complete something challenging to get that drop versus me just getting lucky on my very first try. To me, the gear loses all the value that it's supposed to represent. I remember, Kingsley, when you and Sin brought me through the first Scourge of the Pass raid, and on the very first run, I got the Anarchy to drop. I remember I could hear it in your voices. You guys were like, I can't believe this dude just got the Anarchy. We've been playing this game.
I would have never done that.
I think it was,
I know myself.
I think it was Sin. I think it was Sin mainly, but
probably Sin. Yeah.
Yeah. That was that iconic phrase, suck it, Hazel, because Hazel hadn't got it yet either. And you know, you guys are, I could tell you were a little, not frustrated. You don't ever get frustrated, but I could tell there was a little undermoaning. You guys Sherpa'd me through a raid, and I ended up getting what you've been trying to get for weeks. It's the same way I felt with Scum Death. Scum Death was half asleep and probably drunk, and he finds a golden orb at the final encounter at the Vault of Glass and goes, "What's this thing?" And this is getting the Vex Mythic class on his very first run. I was like, dude, I mean, there's a lot of people around us that played were trying to get that drop, you know? I mean, I felt a little bad when that happened to me on Scourge of the Past, but you know what happened? I stashed it in my vault. I really never used it again. Maybe a couple encounters where it works against, I know it worked good against the captain, I think in a couple dungeons. But when you're forced to rerun the exact same content 20 times, just praying for a drop to make a build viable, you don't get engagement. You get burnout. So the bottom line here is if developers don't respect players' time, people are just going to drop off and log off and play something else. And today, there are so many games to play. But that was my topic. What do you guys think about this?
You had this topic 20 times in the last 10 years.
I know, but I want to ask, because we have different people on the show tonight, what makes loot valuable to you? I'm just curious. What makes loot valuable to you whenever you play a game? And Amazing Taco King, I know you play a crap ton of games, man. What is it about loot? What is it that makes you, put in an extra hour or two to try to get it?
I only play like a handful of games. What are you talking about?
Oh, whatever, man. Every time I turn around, you're playing something new. I'm like, what game is this? I don't even have this in my library. Anyway, what makes loot important to you, man, when you're playing a looter shooter?
To be fair, loot doesn't even register in my importance of when it comes to playing a game.
Really?
I go by three categories: gameplay, story, and general appeal.
Okay.
If one of those 3 categories is like a solid 10,
right,
this is a game I play. If, all 3 categories are kind of like upper, mid, around there, that's a game I'll play. If all of them are terrible, it's a game I go, well, I shouldn't have spent money on this, and then I never play it again.
I got you. What makes loot good for you, Zombie? You played a crap ton of Destiny 2 with us.
Yeah, no, loot's the icing on the cake, man. It's extra, not necessary for it. It's like Taco King was saying, that's just not even part of why I would play a game. Is it fun to chase? Yeah. Is it cool when your buddies get it? Yeah. Is it cool when they get it and you don't have it? It can be. But like the Wednesday night raid that we did last night, one of the guys in it didn't have the Vex yet, so we ran the Vogue. He still didn't get it, but we still had a good time, and he was still chasing for it and stuff. And if loot's your thing, sure, whatever.
But it's a looter.
You're gonna have fun though without it.
Okay. I mean, it's a looter shooter. Most of these. I mean, Kingsley talked about last week how. What's the path for looter shooters? I mean, it seems to be that a lot of them are dying.
Yeah. So
mostly because of content, not because of loot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to Division 2. I consider that more of a looter shooter.
Okay.
Than Destiny 2, because you get way more loot. And like right now, I don't have anything. I'm not chasing any loot in it. I haven't been for probably the past 4 or 5 months. I have my builds set up and stuff. I'll run around and just shoot guys in the face and get attack enemies, run some of the dungeon type content they do have and whatnot. And like everything I get in loot, I just dismantle it.
But don't you
just throw it into scrap?
Just a question here. When you play Division 2, don't the guns become like so weak that you have to get something more powerful, or do the guns work throughout the whole thing? Do they go up with your power when you get stronger?
Once you get to a certain level,
yeah,
they're pretty much like you plateau.
Okay.
I mean, I guess if you do it on harder difficulties, it might go up a little bit, but
okay.
Nothing
That's more
crazy.
About positioning and staying alive.
Yeah.
Guns, generally stay about the same.
I remember in those raids, I used to play raids in Division 2, and the bullet spongy bosses were like, oh my God, dude. I've emptied my clip 3 times in this boss. He's still not even halfway dead.
Magazine.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, no, like on the harder difficulties, you'll still come across them. And depending on your build, they can be more spongy than other, but
yeah, that's not really a Division problem. That's an Ubisoft problem.
but see, when I used to play, when I played Borderlands 3, I got this gun that actually had subwoofers in it. It would actually blast these, and I was just destroying everything. And then I got to the next level, and it's like, it just tickled them. It didn't do anything. And I'm like, this is such a great gun. Now I have to throw it away because the game makes me look for something stronger. I mean, that throwing loot at you is definitely what Borderlands does, and it is a looter shooter. So, but that's why I was curious if Division 2 worked the same way. I guess no. I guess it does carry forward.
But that's a design feature of Borderlands, because once you get to end game in Borderlands, you put it into true Vault Hunter mode, and then everything scales to max level, and then you can go back and get that gun, and it scales to max level, and you can use that gun forever because you're at max level forever.
Scarlet Maddie says, for Destiny, I'm not going to lie, with loot, it's always how it feels, shoots, and sounds. Amen. How it sounds is important to me. I'm a person who'll just sit and oogle at my collections and see a gun I don't own and go, ooh, I want to shoot that. Yeah, I get that, man. I get that. I do. Well, I appreciate you guys chiming in. I know Kingsley doesn't have an opinion on this, so we'll just move on.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I mean, my main thing I want to push against is I totally disagree with the premise that developers are missing the point. Gimmicky title from the YouTuber.
Okay.
Now, of course, we can give specific examples here and there. I'm not saying there aren't things that can't be done better, but if you look at all the things you mentioned are just either very specific examples only to you, and you keep using the word we. Everyone feels different, Todd.
Okay.
We don't all feel the same way as you know. And also, you're giving examples that's only not the whole picture. A lot of games will have RNG, and they'll have other ways to earn loot, right? So, for example, yeah, there's a lot here. Why you were saying you like being showered with loot, but then you're saying you don't like it.
Did I just make Kingsley speechless? I can't believe it.
Here's the reason. No. I'm so flustered. There's so many things that you contradicted about.
Mission accomplished.
He's about to quit forever.
Mission accomplished.
I don't know where to start. Well, I'm not.
Where did we begin?
I've never seen Kingsley so red. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you wish. Anyways, do you know why they keep giving lots of the lower level loot all the time? There's very good reasons.
What?
It's obvious. Because you said you don't get anything for it. That's 1000% false. You get materials for it that you can use when you dismantle that loot.
All right. You got it. All right. Okay. Go ahead. I want to hear you out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And games do this all the time.
Yes.
Now, the main thing I would say, which would be nice, not all games are perfect with this, but Diablo does this, is you can have loot filters. That'd be nice if Destiny had loot filters.
Okay.
There may be a time where you have a lot of materials for dismantling the lower level stuff you don't care about, and then you can turn on a loot filter, and then you just don't even see it on the ground, right?
Really?
You don't even need to pick it up or whatever. But at the same time, and I know you typically will hold on to stuff you don't need to. I've always told you should just dismantle that stuff so you'll get more of the materials, more of the materials and stuff.
I know.
So that's one of the big plus. If you're someone newer to the game, they want to give everyone that stuff. Why not? If you're new, you need that stuff to level up. If you're not new, you may need it for materials.
Crafting.
And then everyone feels different about RNG. I mean, I actually prefer to not get stuff right away because it's just one more reason. But again, I'm kind of like Zombie and Amazing Taco King, what they're saying, like the loot is like a distant second icing on the cake. It's way more about the experience and the game. And I feel like more people step away from games. I could be wrong, but I feel like because of the activities are getting boring, not because of the loot.
All right, I'm gonna interject. I'm gonna give you two examples. The dark years for Destiny 2 when they sunset all that gear. I remember Dado got on screen and said, "There's no reason to play the game anymore. If the loot doesn't mean anything, if striving for that gun."
Felt that way.
That's because he makes money on YouTube.
There's actually some of us taught
for a job.
He does.
I actually kind of liked the sunsetting, and a lot of people didn't have that opinion. I wanted to have it forces you to try new stuff.
I still want my inaugural address.
Everyone feels different.
I want a 5. I want a 5 one or a 5-star, whatever it's called, tier 5 one.
So if developers have multiple ways of doing things, they're not missing the point at all because everyone feels different. You can't say everyone hated the sunsetting. That's not true. You can't say everyone doesn't like RNG. That's not true. Different people. So as long as they have a good mix of some RNG, some crafting, some sunsetting, sometimes not sunsetting. I mean, you kind of want to go after the broad market and have all sorts of options. And a lot of games do that. Now, some games don't. But I don't think there's some overall they're missing the point with loot or anything like that.
Well, another example, new player experience in Destiny 2. You finish that mission on Cosmodrome, and what do you get? You get a freaking exotic. People don't even understand what people had to go through to get an exotic, and they just hand it to you. And these people probably don't even know how good this. I mean, does yellow mean it's better, or does it mean it's a piece of junk? Should I just dismantle it? I think we had people say they dismantled their first exotic.
Played other games, unlike you. Everyone knows yellow's usually the higher end.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
Then on top of that, that's not entirely true because in vanilla Destiny 2, you got 2 exotics for the first 6 missions of the campaign in Red War.
Yeah.
They literally just handed you one for showing up.
That's where I think this video. I think that's where this video comes in is not fixing the content problem and just throwing loot at you instead of what you said, Kingsley. Content was the problem. Go ahead.
Throwing loot at people isn't necessarily bad. I'm also making that point. You know,
okay,
it does. There are good reasons for that too.
Okay, I get that. I get that. Go ahead, Zombie.
Yeah.
If getting exotics was such a pinnacle type thing, why does Xur sell them every week?
Oh, pinnacles don't.
One of the greatest. One of the greatest exotics.
Yeah.
You know, in Destiny 1.
Yeah.
Like, just sold it to everybody. Everybody could get it. You know,
week 1 Gallahorn, let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
I know I missed the boat on that. I bought a damn Suros instead. I'm still pissed.
I rented the game the week after that happened.
But if I would have known they would have given us the Gallahorn 5 more times over the next few years, then I wouldn't have been sweated it so much. But
this always happens. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Every game, not just Destiny, it's kind of normal for it to be harder at first to earn stuff. Yeah. Although we gave the examples of, yes, they did throw some exotics at you. But in general, it's harder to earn loot at first, and it's always going to be easier later on. There's nothing wrong with that. I actually think they should do that, right? Would we want Destiny, even though I've complained about it being overpowered right now, you know, the power creep?
Yeah.
I do think it's better to leave it in that state at the very end rather than to dial back, because we're seeing what problems Destiny 1 has.
Yeah.
It's kind of impossible to do certain things, but yeah, it's always every game does this. World of Warcraft, every game, it's like easier to get certain things down the road. And why not, right? It's like either you've been playing forever and you never got it through an RNG, so it's easier a different way down the road, or you're a newer player, and then that way you don't feel as left out because you didn't play back then. So yeah, it makes sense. But then you have new things that are hard to get for a while, and then they become easier to get down the road.
I know. Scarlet, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Scarlet, get your drink ready, because in Arc Raiders, they have projects, and when you complete the first line of the project, boom, you get this loot. And sometimes it's like, so what? But sometimes it's like, you know, holy crap. I'd like an energy gun. That sounds really good, even though I think they're underpowered right now. But for you do this, you kill I don't know, 10 pops. Pops are little robots that run along across the ground and try to blow you up or burn you. You kill 10 pops. No offense, zombie pops, and you get I don't know, 250 Raider tokens or something. You do something, you get something. So one thing Arc Raiders excels at is they respect the player's time. This is what you got to do, guys. You do this. This is your rewards at the bottom. And with Destiny, I remember we talked about this, not to dig up old wounds, Kingsley, but after Edge of Fate, we were like, yeah, I don't want any more guns. We got a crap tote of guns right now. I want content. I want some more story. I want to know what's going on after, you know, this new, well, what was the new story loop with the 9. We wanted to hear more about the 9. We didn't want to get some, I mean, some of us did, but for the most part, that was a big complaint. We don't want more gear. We got tons of gear. We want more content. We want more stuff to explore, right? At least wasn't that your frame of mind?
But that's not, those things aren't mutually exclusive. That's not the problem of
I understand.
The loot. Okay. That's the problem of them not having enough content.
So I guess, I don't know. Like I say, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just relaying what this is kind of a book report on this video. And this is what the video was stating, is how a lot of, and you guys tell me, you play a ton more games than I do. Do a lot of games just throw you a bunch of garbage and it doesn't mean anything? Is it meaningless, or is it worth, you know, if you see that, like Scarlet said, he sees this beautiful gun.
Like Diablo, it's not garbage
it's ingrained
at the beginning.
in the action RPG, like
DNA. It's not garbage at the beginning, and then when it is garbage, you break it down for materials, so it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Or gold, you know, whatever the material you need to increase your power, like by gambling or merchants and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just ingrained in the DNA of that genre.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said, in fact, the Eyes Across did a follow-up video on it, and I can't remember who the original person was who did it. He wasn't a big YouTuber. It was just a story he came out with, but I saw both videos. I saw the original and the one Astrocross did, and I was like, you know what? Let's talk about this week, because we play a lot of looter shooters, and we've talked about how looter shooters, where are they going to go from here? And you know, this is kind of what the video was relaying, is the fact that they just throw loot at you and think they think that's a lazy way out for devs, is just throwing all this purple gear at you when it means nothing. And who cares if you get all this purple gear if you have nothing to play? You have nothing to jump into and test the guns out or do anything because you've already done it already. I guess he's talking about those games that are shallow story wise and just throw guns at you. I don't know.
Yeah, I think most people aren't going to be gimmicked by that.
Okay.
Again, it's not the problem that they're throwing loot. It's the problem they didn't have the content. But that's not because of the loot. That's a different issue.
I guess
it's like the Starfield issue. It's as wide as a lake, but deep as a puddle.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess that was the main thing I wanted to get from you guys tonight is when it comes to loot, what is important to you? I mean, for me, like Scarlett said, if I see someone using let's just say a gun from one of the raids in Destiny and a Garden of Salvation, those are my favorite weapons because they sound like a space weapon. They sound fantastic. And I'm like, I want to get those because I want to just have that gun, not only just to look at, but just to hear it sound when I use it. Even if it's not the most meta thing in the game, I just love the sound and feel of guns. And Destiny did that so well. But at some point when you have 1,000 guns in your vault that you don't even use, like maybe
you
me,
dismantle them.
Maybe me. I mean, I still consider that a collection. Those are my trophies of stuff I've done in the past. It traces me back to what I've done in Destiny. But I was just curious what loot meant to you guys, because obviously, from what I gather, it's different for all of us. But
yeah, you should have known that years ago. I keep telling you that it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, yeah, for me, as far as what I value about loot, it's not going to be the sound. That would be an icing only if it's also a good weapon. Why would I want to be doing an activity where I'm handicapping myself just because the gun sounds better, but I could be using a better gun, you know?
Whereas I will go into a raid with non-meta setups.
Handicap yourself.
Because I like the sound and feel of guns and how they explode the enemy. I don't know.
And then we get mad when we didn't three-phase the encounter because not everyone did enough DPS.
I know. I'm working on a better Warlock build for the future.
Let me blow y'all's
Arc
mind.
Arc is the only build. Just switch to Arc. Come on, get off Void.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to it.
I've played
90% too, not just the Arc.
But I like Devour.
90% of Destiny that I've played, I played it without sound on the whole game.
Really? I had days like that, but
I didn't know like the sound, like the raids had such cool music or there were sound cues or nothing.
Yeah.
Like 90% of my time playing Destiny, if I had a headset on, it's because I was talking to other people. Otherwise, the TV was on mute or no sound whatsoever. So
okay,
I mean, which is a huge disservice to the audio guys. But it's like like you said, I was missing out.
It's just icing.
Yeah, it's just extra.
Scarlet Maddie, we got 2 Scarlets in the chat. And on YouTube, he says, I think it's a great part of why I'm enjoying Elder Scrolls Online so much, because every piece of loot I'm getting is exciting because I have no idea the scale of how powerful all the loot can get. And then a Scarlet Cam said, he had got the gun because he had a bounty to do. Where is the ban button? How do you ban people on YouTube, guys? Do you guys know how to do that? I have no clue.
Yeah. So everyone's different on what type of loot they want.
Exactly.
But I wonder if I need to watch this video now. I wonder if they were just trying to reach for a reason why certain games are not appealing to them and just saying it's all about the loot. And
I just thought it was a good topic.
That can be a reason for some people, but I don't think there's a general problem with developers missing the point.
Okay.
And I don't think most people leave just because of loot. It's usually going to be because of gameplay.
Deadpool 1 Merc said, I only had the special effects on for Destiny. I did that a lot too, man. I would have the special effects volume up a lot higher. The music would be almost muted. I'd hear a little bit of it. And then the dialogue, I didn't want to care. I had subtitles. I never needed the dialogue. Unfortunate. When I'm running a raid or something for the first time, I want to hear it. But yeah, I was the same, Deadpool. Same way, man. I would run just the special effects.
What we need to do when we raid is we'll have every 5th raid, Zombie. This is a good idea, where it can be a fun raid for Todd. We just have wacky loadouts and you can do your silly guns
and random stuff.
And then, but when we're actually trying to be just a little serious, then Todd, you have to use like a little bit better weapons.
Okay, all right.
Maybe use like almost meta build.
Almost.
It doesn't have to be meta.
Almost meta.
Yeah, it's almost close.
Almost meta. Okay.
Do you want eggshell or off-white? Because those are the two meta builds we got.
I hear you. There we go. I got it off. Make sure I didn't have it on. I thought I had Elon's voice still
I love
on.
the loot filter in Diablo. It's
that is
really nice.
That would be really cool.
It just eliminates all the visual clutter, huh? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is so nice. I can give you a basic formula. Taco. It's really nice because once you get to the point where you're only looking for
certain
ancestral with like like a greater affix, or if you're only looking for legendaries that have a higher affix percentage, you can actually. Do that.
I know everything else. I just never use them.
I got you.
I click the orange one and I don't touch anything else.
Sometimes
I click the purple one, but I've never seen a purple one drop before.
Yeah, and it didn't really totally bother me, but sometimes they'll overlay, so they're a little hard to click, right? So it's kind of sometimes good having the loot filter.
Man, I played old school. I had to hit Alt to see my loot.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I've never played, but I'm guessing orange is pretty good gear.
That's legendary in Diablo.
Yeah,
and
that's crazy.
Like an off gold color is uniques, which are legendaries, but special legendaries. And then mythics are purple, and they're like a pinkish purple color. Yeah. And those are uniques that have extra special properties.
Mm-hmm. So by default, you wouldn't want to say delete some of that gear.
I mean, eventually you do. The whole in-game, basically, like, just think Borderlands. Like once you get to max level, and you're every time you kill a boss, you see 35 legendary weapons drop at the same time. You're just like, all right, this one sucks. This one sucks. This one sucks. That's new. This one sucks. This one sucks. This one's. I just delete it all.
Yeah. And also, as you get up in the tiers, another nice thing about Diablo is they have options where it'll auto dismantle.
That's nice.
Lower levels tier stuff. Mm-hmm. You don't even have to take it to the blacksmith.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So,
nice.
They do good with loot, I feel like. And they drop tons. You would have a time where if you like seeing like Borderlands, Diablo also has that thing where it can be like a billion things dropping on your screen.
Yes.
It depending on what you do,
Yeah.
Yeah. For those types of games, though, my usual methodology is I'm going to play this until it feels like a chore, and then I'm going to wait until the next time I want to play it again.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. If I stop having fun, I'm not playing.
Yeah. Deadpool and Merc said he had special effects volume on because some boss phases have a tone. Okay. Yeah. All right, cool. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you indulging that topic. I do have a follow-up on a topic from last week real quick. We'll do that right after this. This next topic's a little more interesting. I think you guys will like this topic a little bit better. I think Kingsley will at least.
Through Kingsley's, rant session there, he felt like the guy who's on the corner. He's like, "Okay, Grandpa, we'll get you across the street here in a second. Just, it's okay, it's okay."
All right,
we'll help you. We'll help you across the street.
And then Todd's in the corner, being the old guy, going, "Hey, back in my day, we had loot that dropped once in a blue moon.
Yes.
It meant something." And then you looked at the loot, and it was like, "I got a hand cannon that had 3 extra damage."
Oh, all right. Yeah, this will be quick. It's a good topic. I really wanted to talk about this tonight, so it was kind of a sneaker topic I kind of snuck in. All right, here we go. 3, 2. All right, before we get into our catch-up segment tonight, I want to follow up on a topic I had last week. Last week I was, why gamers have gotten smarter and don't buy into the pre-hype and pre-ordering and buying the AAA games on day one. And yes, I know there's exceptions out there, but overall, I mean, it seems to be the trend of video game developers aren't getting those impressive day one numbers like they did just a decade ago. And the reason I wanted to revisit this topic is that I might have left off why that's the case. Before that, I just have a question for you, just out of the blue here. Just go with me on this. Whenever you guys click on a video on YouTube, do you guys look at the comments first before you watch the video? Or do you just watch the video? And do you ever even look at the comments? What do you got? Just curious. Taco King, do you look at the comments before you watch the video?
Oh, no. The only time I look at the comments is when... because I haven't turned it off, because sometimes it'll have some insightful comment on there that'll be like, "Oh, that's cool. Click on that.
Okay.
Follow that rabbit hole down." Is when the auto pop up, but that's only on my phone. Right. But when I'm on PC or watching it via the web, it doesn't do that. So no, 9 times out of 10 when I'm watching YouTube, if it's a new video, I'll watch it all the way through. But most of the time, I'm just rewatching stuff I've seen like 1,000 times over because I just want background noise while I'm doing something.
Nice. Okay. All right. I didn't know that about you. Okay. Zombie Pops. What about you, man? What's your practice when you're watching a video?
If I want to know something about the video, I'll look at the comments. Other than that, I typically don't.
Okay.
Just it can be a very toxic place.
Yeah, it can.
And you know, whatever.
I know.
Like I want to pay attention to the video, not what everybody else.
You want to draw your own conclusions,
the guy's
right?
Voice.
Yeah.
Why
are you breathing so hard, dude?
Yeah.
Come on.
Like earlier today, I was scrolling through YouTube Shorts or whatever, and saw one about a video game. What were they doing? They redid Pokemon in 3D or something.
Yeah.
Like they made a mod for it or something, and I went to the comments to see how to figure out how to get that game or maybe try it. But they weren't even in the comments. Like it didn't tell you anything about the game other than, hey, look, it's Pokemon in 3D and you can use it in VR and stuff. I'm like, well, that doesn't help. So
I got you.
You know, usually it's a disappointment either way when you go to the comments.
Yeah. The only time I watch a video again is if it's like a music video and I just I'll jam. Dave Matthews did a live Don't Drink the Water on one of the last Colbert shows. And I saved that video because that is his best performance I've ever seen. He's fantastic, man. But anyway, Kingsley, what about you, man? What's your practice usually?
Yeah. When I'm on the computer, I would say I do a quarter to a third of the time, sometimes a half the time, because I have a much bigger screen and I don't usually watch the video in full screen mode.
Right.
And so why not? Like while I'm watching, even before I click play, I'm starting to see the top one. Sometimes it'll be the creator that wants to post like a revision.
Yeah.
But like Zombie said, often it's pointless. I never feel like I'm wasting my time though if I do happen to. And sometimes there's some great comedy. People are actually being funny, smart. They're not being like complaining or whatever. So if it's on the computer, I'd say I do about a third of the time.
It's hard to see comments.
And then after, sure. Depending on the situation, really 50-50 if I'll look after.
If it's a video where like, this is total clickbait, this is bullshit, this is a bullshit video, and you like to go see other people that pounced on them, her for the clickbaity title or whatever, that's kind of entertaining sometimes. And people can be very humorous in comments and being smart ass at the same time. PS4 Berserker said bit of both. But I don't usually watch a video because it's popular. You need to understand how to test something on the car, engine, search filter, whatever. Filter the nonsense, watch and fix. Exactly. The reason I asked that question is because keep that mindset. All right. Do you actually read the Steam reviews before you buy a game? Or do you just trust that trailer was kick-ass? Let's just put it on its head now. Do you look at the Steam reviews before you buy a game?
I've answered this before, actually. Do you remember what I've said?
I think you look at the. If I'm going to guess, go ahead.
It's a whole calculation in my mind. There's various things that I decide if I'm going to pre-order a game. That's why I think it's okay to pre-order games at times. Like it's a combination of how much I know I might like it ahead of time, and then sometimes I'll add in like. I'm just making up numbers here, but 20% I'll maybe look at a review from a big person. And if they say it's good, then that pushes me over the edge. If they say it's bad, then maybe I'll still get the game. And then yes, there's even some times where I'll look at the user reviews. I'll save it, but I'll do that for what I've been playing recently. I've been looking at a lot of comments actually on one game that I've been playing recently.
Okay. Zombie Pops. What's your practice usually when you're thinking about buying a game on Steam before you wish list it or whatever?
Yeah, I usually don't look at the reviews.
Really?
Like if I see somebody playing it, maybe I might watch it or something. But usually, I mean, this might sound abrasive or something, but usually I don't care about other people's opinion too much.
I love it. Okay.
Especially
I like that. I like
when
that
it
attitude.
Influences the way I spend money. So
get off my lawn.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm the crotchety old.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it. I mean, and now
it's So do you take in consideration about movie reviews before you go see a movie?
I'll get to that. You're getting ahead. You're getting ahead.
Okay.
You're getting ahead. I'm just asking you what. No, hey, this is my show, man. This is my show. No,
I'm just kidding.
I was just asking. I was just no. I'm just getting. I'm just getting a point of reference before I state my next.
Back to my windows.
Your 1 hour ramp up here before you get to your point.
I want to hear what Taco King has to say. Because you buy a lot of, you play a lot of games. You play a lot. No, this is the last topic. You play a lot of games, man. So I mean, you're looking at Steam. You're thinking about buying a game or whatever, wish listing or whatever. Do you go right to that? Do you look right at that Steam review and look at comments, or do you look at other videos reviewing it first, or what's your process usually?
So my stance on reviews, comments, and stuff like that in general, and it goes for everything, because I get Zitping. You guys talked to him in chat a few shows ago.
Yeah, remember him? Yeah.
Me and him are really good friends. We've known each other for like going on 17, 18 years now. We went to high school together.
Nice.
We basically grew up together towards the end of our like childhood time going into adulthood. We were roommates for several years.
I just gotta ask you, how old are you? Because you sound very young.
Oh, I'm 33.
Okay.
I'm 33.
That's what I guessed. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I forgot my age the first time because I made you guys guess, and I was like, yeah I'm totally that age. No, I'm not. I'm younger than that.
You sound like you're in your late 20s. That's what I would have guessed, but 33 is close enough.
See, what's really funny, you say that, but in person, I look like I just graduated high school, or I'm just getting ready to go to high school.
You're jealous gaming.
Forever. Yes.
Jealous is like 25, 26. He looks like he just graduated high school. The coolest dude, though.
I look like I'm either going into high school or I'm just about to get out of high school, depending on the day.
Exactly.
It's really funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pull you off on a tangent. I'm sorry.
You have the knowledge of 40s and 50s.
Yes, you do. You're
What's
very
really
seasoned
funny,
gamer.
though, is at my current shop that I work at, I'm one of the oldest people that are on the payroll in the shop, but I look younger than 90% of the team.
Really? Oh my God.
It's really funny. But my stance on reviews and comments in general are there are 3 types of people. People who are unhappy and just want to have their voices heard.
Yes.
People who like the sound of their voice. And then on occasion, the very rare few people who are willing to give you honest reviews, but usually get, solidified into some despot hole that you never see their comments anyway.
Right. You get buried from all the other 2 that you just mentioned.
Correct.
Gotcha.
So in general, I never look at reviews on anything. My interest is solely focused on what I will benefit getting out of it. Now, if it's a game I'm on the fence of, like there's a new Extraction looter out there.
Okay.
What's it called? I can pull it up real quick. It's called...
Oh, Mistfall.
No.
Oh.
Sand, Raiders of Sophie.
Sand. See? This is what I'm talking about.
Sand, Raiders of Sophie. So the premise of the game looks awesome.
Okay.
But there's a lot of mixed reviews on it. I started reading some of the comments. Apparently, the big issue with this game in particular is there's a lot of cheaters, apparently.
Okay.
But the whole premise of this game is you are a space cowboy, and you are sent to this desolate desert planet to go loot it for, material supplies, weapons, whatever.
So it's Cowboy Bebop.
And basically, essentially Cowboy Bebop. But think the old Will Smith movie, Wild Wild West.
Yes.
So steampunk spider robots. You drive this thing around the desert.
I love
and you
it.
have pirate battles with other spider walkers and other players and NPCs for PvE content as well. So it's an extraction shooter PvE.
Gotcha.
And it's giant spider tanks with like World War I weaponry. So black powder revolvers, bazookas, stuff like that, and like 10-pound guns and artillery shells and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Looks really cool and great. Apparently it's got a huge cheater problem, so I didn't get it because of that issue there. But
how did you know it had a cheater problem? Was that from the comments?
Yeah, so games I'm on the fence about, I will read reviews, and most people who have reviews, a few of them is like, oh, they had 2 hours on, like, reported on the game record. Oh, don't recommend, terrible terrible thing here, terrible thing there. It's like
Right.
you played less than 5 hours. You have no opinion that it's worth valuing right now.
Yeah.
Other people will have like 200 hours.
Yeah.
Hey, I really don't recommend this game, and here's why. And they can actually break it down why they don't recommend it. And then you can look at it and be like, okay, they spent 200 hours allegedly in the game. Whether that's they had the game open and just let it run for 200 hours to make them look like they played the game, possibly. But when they have like a real detailed synopsis of different mechanics or different things that you can see in the game, they're more believable.
Okay.
So in general, no, I will never look at reviews unless I'm on the fence about the game. Long story short.
Okay. All right. The reason I ask all you guys that is, for me, I think Steam has basically become the Rotten Tomatoes of gaming. And here's the kicker. I don't care about the critic score when I look at Rotten Tomatoes. I look at the audience score. I want to read what real people said about the movie and what actually how it was put together and if they enjoyed it. Steam puts that number, that user rating, right in your face, bold text, right in the middle of the screen. Plus, what's really good about Steam, I think, is they show recent reviews. So, I mean, you can actually know if the devs patched that buggy game that they launched on day one. I've been thinking about why this user score culture is getting so powerful right now. I really never saw user ratings and all that back just a couple decades ago when I was gaming. I mean, the console and PC crowd, I think, is shrinking. I think we're getting older as a generation of gamers. I mean, we're more prudent. We aren't dropping cash on pure emotion anymore like we did when I was 13 years old, you know, winning that Pac-Man game for my Atari 2600. And I didn't care what I had to do. I needed to get my parents to drive me to Sears to get it right now, like yesterday. Meanwhile, I think the younger generation right now, I'm talking young, you know, the Gen Z, much younger Gen Z, I don't think they really are in this market at all. I think they're sticking to like major platforms like, you know, Fortnite and, you know, whatever hardware they're using, Fortnite or all those games I'm talking about, Roblox, Minecraft, those games. So I think the standalone game market, I think it's being left to us older, way more informed player base. And we kind of demand proof before we buy a game anymore. I mean, if you've been burned a few times, and I have been burned, Battlefield has burned me so many times. It's like that girlfriend that just keeps telling me to come back, that this time it's different. And I'm like, no, man, I lost everything last time. I ain't doing it. I started a whole podcast. Did I tell you guys that? Anyway, but from what I'm hearing on the interwebs, developers are getting frustrated because they work on a game for years and years and it can be crushed from a mixed or poor user score on Steam. To me, I love the user ratings. I mean, I actually will go to Steam and look at their user ratings before I buy a game on my PS5 Pro, because the user ratings in the PlayStation Store, they're pretty much non-existent. I mean, they do like to show what friends of mine that already bought the game and why I'm such a loser for not buying it yet, because they're playing it already. And why aren't you playing it already? And they have maybe a 5-star or a thumbs up or thumbs down rating, but I don't see anywhere on the PlayStation Store where you can really get it without having to really look for it. User reviews of what the players actually think about the game. So this is kind of what I like about why Steam, I think, is so popular with PC gamers. They have earned some level of trust from their customers. And keep in mind, PC games are offered in all kinds of places besides just Steam. So maybe that's powerful enough for Steam to really never take down or minimize the Steam ratings. And I know there's lots of developers out there that probably are saying, hey, man, can you just minimize this score or put it down at the bottom where people can't see it as well or something? I know I was just thinking about all this, you know, diskless game news over the past few weeks and how there's lawsuits towards Sony and all this mess. I mean, Sony did finally reply by basically to the opposition that wanted to keep physical games. And they said they were sorry, but pretty much so to speak, they're still going to do what they're going to do. They're not changing their minds. So, I mean, hell, to me, that ship has kind of sailed. I know I'm venturing off another topic here, but we voted with our wallets a long time ago when we preferred to download games instantly versus just driving to the physical retail store and picking it up. I mean, do they even have midnight releases anymore? Do they have any midnight release parties at GameStops anymore? I don't know if they do or not. But I think the stats on digital versus physical is something like 80% digital, 20% physical. And for most of us, I think we've already made that decision. Anyway, it was something I wanted to throw out there because I was talking about how we're much smarter as gamers now and how we don't buy stuff on the hype anymore. And developers are getting frustrated with this, especially with Steam. So I just want to know what you guys' take on all this is. That's kind of my opinion. I think it's the Rotten Tomatoes of gaming. I really do. And not everybody loves Rotten Tomatoes, by the way. But yeah.
You heard from us. We are all kind of a little bit different. So I don't think it has anything to do with age. I think it has to do with different people's personalities and how much you want to take it into account. Taco said it even better than me. Like, often I won't take the reviews into account, unless I'm on the line. And then the percentage may go up a little bit higher. Then I'll take the reviews into account more.
Yeah.
But if I know I like a game, like when I was Black Flag, I pre-ordered, I have Ubisoft Plus, but whatever. Like I couldn't care.
Same difference.
Anything, same difference, what the reviews were going to be. And I think they were good, but even if they were bad, I still would have been playing the game. So it really just depends. And to me, it's not about age. It's just about my personality and what I want to
personality
do.
Too.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah. And Xbox, they give you reviews on them too. Like I said, I don't pay attention to them though. I know they're there, but I don't ever pay attention to them. Because what's preventing somebody from review bombing a game?
And you hear about it all the time.
And all the time, right?
Yeah.
Just because they don't like, what the devs did or something, they laid somebody off or, this, that, or the other.
Right.
It doesn't matter. So,
but can you, on that point,
why?
Can't you, Taco King, you might know this better than me. Can't you click on the person who tried to review bomb it? Can you tell if they've actually played the game or not? Is that information available to the public?
Yeah, how many hours they've played.
Exactly.
It depends on the platform, but
so it gives you context. Okay, I get your point, guys. I do. Yeah.
But like say, people were playing Destiny for several years.
Oh man,
and then they got upset when all the layoffs happened.
Yeah.
And everybody review bombed Destiny too. And somebody new's looking at it and they're like, well, he's got a whole bunch of hours in here, and he's saying this game's terrible, not because he got upset because they laid off a bunch of people.
Right.
So
we've had reviews for a long time. Reddit.
Yeah.
When I was a lot younger, Reddit was still
That's
around.
true. See, I didn't ever use Reddit.
And there was reviews there. Now, again, I mostly went for entertainment.
Yeah,
or
you can
if
be
I was
entertained.
on the fence about something.
I
like to be entertained by that.
There's
shit.
some witty.
Really do.
There's some witty
because
people.
Reddit
not
or
affect
4chan, where the edgy people from Reddit couldn't go anymore.
Dude,
yeah.
There's some witty people on Reddit, man. I crack up with some of these comments about.
Or even
the sarcasm is real.
Yeah. That's like you bring out the popcorn. It's entertainment that way. Like a fight or whatever.
Sure. But when we're on the fence on a movie, like you're on the fence with a game, Amazing Taco King, my wife will say, well, what's the user saying? What's the user score saying? And if it's a brand new film, sometimes there's not always audience scores to they don't register them yet. And it's funny, some of these movies that you think, man, this is a sketchy movie, this movie's gonna suck ass, they never have their user ratings aren't out until the movie comes out. It's kind of fishy sometimes. I think they pay Rotten Tomatoes to hide the score. I don't know, whatever. I mean, that's a big, who knows for sure. But we'll look at the audience. The audience on Rotten Tomatoes, and there's other ones out there too. There's a ton of rating platforms out there, but we use Rotten Tomatoes because it's tied into Flickster, which is the app I use to look for movies and stuff. And these people, a lot of them, you hear the fluffy bullshit that the movie critics say, like, and it didn't have this artistic, and I don't care about that. I want to know, did you have fun at the movie? Did you walk out feeling good? Were you thinking about it after the movie? That's what I base my scores on. Did I think about it when I walked out of the theater? And I will read comments from people. Some of them will write a paragraph. Some of them will just write, couldn't follow the movie. And if there's a trend there where a lot of people are saying that, then a lot of times we'll just go, let's just wait to see that on streaming. We'll just wait. Especially if it's a slow week and there's not a lot to choose from. So anyway, all right. I was just curious. I've been sneaking in a lot of topics tonight, and we're making good time, by the way. So we're good on time, but I just want to know how you guys felt about that, because I really think, what's the first thing that when someone's doing a review for a game online, first thing they say, well, the Steam ratings are this. They always bring up the Steam ratings. It's like the universal, for PC games, at least, it's like the universal grade. And the fact that
you're talking about reviews, you have to.
Yeah,
But
and
not
I mean,
everyone is making a video about reviews.
and the fact that that Steam provides a lot of what's the word, transparency with these people who are making these ratings. You don't get that with other apps. You don't get that with movie apps. You don't know who this person is. Could be a bot. Who knows? But like I said, I like the fact that it shows if they actually played the game. And like Taco King said, they've only played 2 hours of the game. They don't know shit about the game. Like me with Division, I played it a couple hours. That's all I played it lately.
And I do want to say there's been times in gaming and in movies, and I'm sure you've had some of these too, where actually I was ultimately more on the side of the professional reviewer. So you really got to just make a calculation each time. There could be a situation where a lot of the user reviews said they didn't like it, but then you like the game or the movie. So I just take it all as data and then just kind of try to make a calculation as best as I can. And usually I don't regret it.
And like Taco King said, it's usually on a movie I'm on the fence on. You know, I kind of want to see it. I'm kind of curious. And yes, I will draw parallels. If the critics' reviews and comments are matching those of the audience, then I know it's accurate. But sometimes it varies big time. I mean, you can have a critic give it a 15%, or all right, let's just say a 50%, which is not good. 50% rating on a brand new movie that came out, and the audience has an 88% score. I'll say, okay, why is there a discrepancy here? Let's find out what the critics hate about this movie, and let's see if it's mirrored or maybe not mentioned with the audience. And maybe the critics are just looking at it too critically, you know? I don't know. Anyway, I'm
the opposite. Yeah.
Are you? Okay. Well, I guess everybody's different, but I mean, yeah. So I know there's been a lot of review bombing out there and stuff, and I definitely don't subscribe to that. That's for sure. But the Doctor 3314 says diskless games won't affect me personally, but the option to still exist for those who want it. Best way to tell whether or not a review is legit on Xbox is to look at their gamer score. Absolutely, gamer score says everything. How many games they played. That's for sure. All right, good topic. Thank you guys for letting me vent a little bit there, but let's get to our catch-up segment. We'll do that right after this. We're making good time.
What were you even venting on? Was it about should you pre-order the game or not?
I was
always pre-order, never wait. Kingsley, get Grand Theft Auto 6
if you're not
right
first,
now.
you're last.
I think I was venting over my Battlefield scars. But yeah.
Man, you're not the only one.
Everybody's been burned by
Scars build character.
Let's talk about new stuff on the show, not old stuff.
Yeah, that's just true. Sometimes it's just
let's hash this out. I need to cope.
Exactly.
2042. Right. What a disappointment.
Oh my god.
Oh,
what a shitty ass game. Wow.
We're not here to be your psychologists, Todd.
No, this is my therapy. Come on, guys.
We don't get paid enough for that.
All right, fine.
Hey, you're getting paid? I just got asked if I wanted to be here. I'm paying him.
All right, let's get into catch up. I'll start with you, Amazing Taco King, since Zombie was just recently on. So let's get to it. Here we go. 3, 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of our show where we just kind of catch up, talk about what we've been gaming, what we've been doing this week, anything eventful. And I'll start with Amazing Taco King, since he's been on here. He's the latest guest co-host on the show. What's going on with you, man? What have you been doing? What's life like? How's life treating you? Everything going good? Is Elon still paying you and all that stuff?
So far, I wish he'd pay better, but he's got to keep that $1 trillion package.
Dude, he's a trillionaire, dude. He's a trillionaire now. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Pass the buck. Anyway,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, life's been good. Zipping and his brother, we all hang out from time to time. Yeah. His brother actually just recently moved to Texas last week, so not going to be able to hang out in person as much anymore, but we're still going to try and make time for, weekly Destiny dungeon runs and the occasional Magic Online game. So, that's still fun. Gaming wise for me, actually before he left, before I move on to gaming, before he left for Texas, we actually went and saw the Odyssey together for one last hurrah of hanging out and person.
What did you think of it? What did you think of that movie?
I could have done less without the Game of Thrones political discourse.
Okay.
With the mythology stuff, which apparently me and Kingsley differ on that point, but it's each individual person has their own opinion. I would have enjoyed having more mythology aspects, the Game of Thrones like pick me game that they had in the B plot, so to speak.
Right. I know what you're talking about.
I like mythology. I just was bored with how they did it for some reason.
Yeah, to be fair,
they breezed through a lot of it.
It's been a long time since I read the actual poem, and the last time I think I read it was like a summary text in like an English textbook in high school. I don't even remember the Island of Giants, so when they showed that whole scene, and I was just what is this? I don't remember any of it. And the way they like interpreted it for Nolan's vision, I was just like, that was a really bad way to interpret that, but okay.
I've never seen a film get so many mixed reviews. Everybody has so many differing opinions on it.
Yeah, I mean, my review for the movie in general would be good movie. Could have been shorter. It was way too long for what you got, and then less real world political mirroring, more mythology show.
I would have definitely. That was Troy, man. Troy was all mythology. It was, well, that's another.
Troy was not all mythology. There was like no mythology.
Troy was a beauty contest, but I still loved it, man. I still love Troy.
Troy was a war movie disguised as Troy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. There was no mythology. It was all about. I used to
take that to middle school on a portable DVD player and watch it on the back of the bus.
Dude, I got a copy of it. Every now and then I'd pop it in the DVD player and I still watch it. Yeah, it was all about what Achilles, Brad Pitt running with all that hair and getting shot in his Achilles heel. There's your mythology right there. Like, give me a break. Yeah, I still love that kind of. I love that scenery. I love that kind of movie. I don't know what it is. It just gets me.
That was also a good time for it was ancient history movies
Eric
too.
Bana.
And like the within like 3 years of that movie, you had The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise, which a lot of people were like, oh, it's too whitewashed, but I'm like, it was a good movie.
It put Eric Bana on the map. I think that was Eric Bana's like big.
For Troy, yeah. No, I think he was in a couple other things before that, and Troy was the tip of the iceberg.
He was the hot star.
Higher career.
I got you. He was hot right then. That's right.
And then Orlando Bloom was in it because Lord of the Rings is cool.
Exactly.
But like at that time period, you had Last Samurai, and then you had Colin Farrell and the Alexander the Great movie, and then you had Orlando Bloom again in The Kingdom of Heaven. That was a great movie too. It was those were like all released like within a couple years of each other.
Wow,
and they were all ancient history stories.
Your
based
movie
on
knowledge, impressive.
Real events esque.
Yeah, Scarlet Maddie said, I would have rather seen Nolan recreate the story of Cersei. I want to see gods and titans duke it out. Yeah, that was a good part though, where she was shaping his soldiers into pigs. It was kind of cool how they did that. I like that part of it. But yeah, all right, I get it, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. As far as like gaming for me lately, I got really big into Path of Exile again. I was waiting for the mid-season update before attempting to try it again, because the problem with me for Path of Exile, technically this is Path of Exile 2, the problem with me for Path of Exile is, unlike Diablo and other ARPGs of that genre, they make you play the campaign every single league.
Oh.
And the story can be slogged at times.
Oh, that's not bad. It's not good.
But I finally, got through the whole campaign this time. I finally made it to what's called the interlude, which is their temporary story gap between the final campaign chapters and the end game.
Okay.
So I finally made progress there. It's been a lot of fun. The new season is interesting. They add a bunch of new skill gems that you have to use a new resource for instead of mana or life or energy shield, which is the 3 resources they typically have. This one uses a new energy source called runic power, and the way you get runic power is interacting with the season content. You upgrade your gear to have more runic power on it, and the skills do various things based on how much runic power you use. So I have one. The build that I'm using is a summoner build because that's my usual go-to playstyle. I have like a few persistent minions that just kind of hang out with me. And then when I'm in a tight spot or I'm doing a boss fight and I want to do like heavy burst DPS, I use my runic skill, which summons like 15 mages out of thin air, and they just start blasting things with icicles. It's hilarious.
That's cool. If you were to choose between Path of Exile 2 and Diablo, which would you be forced to go to?
Who am I reviewing the games for? Because they're for two different audiences.
For a friend of mine.
So for Gator, I would say stick with Diablo because Path of Exile will just...
Okay.
It's not too far to understand, but the amount of like preparing you have to go into for Path of Exile is so much more than Diablo, because Diablo is still kind of like a min-maxer.
You were showing me the skill trees in Path of Exile too. I was dizzy. I thought the skill trees were crazy in Diablo, and you showed me Path of Exile. I was like,
yeah, that's just the passive trees.
That's crazy.
Those are just things that happen when you pick those points. And certain nodes change the way the game fundamentally works in the long run. Like,
that's crazy.
There's one node that I use from time to time that changes all fire spells into chaos spells.
Jeez.
And they do like different visual effects, or they'll do different things like that. There's one where like you can literally give your character 1 health permanently. You're just at 1 health, but you're immune to chaos damage, and you're immune to bleed damage, and you're immune to poison damage.
You're unkillable.
You're almost unkillable. If you lose your energy shield, you can lose that 1 life to anything else, but chaos, bleed, and poison can't hurt you.
Okay.
And those do bonus damage to energy shield, so you're much more tankier if you build accordingly.
Okay.
Like a glass cannon build, it sounds like.
Yeah, it sounds like
very glass cannon. It's really fun though if you can pull it off correctly, because you can have thousands and thousands of energy shield where you could only have like a couple hundred life with that type of build. And if you convert everything to 1 health and you're immune to the 3 most damaging things to energy shield, you can basically build up all your resistances to where your energy shield doesn't feel any other damage either. So it's great.
I'm way out of my element there. I just want to shoot shit.
It's these types of games are really more the people who like consistently starting from ground 1 and then building upon what they learned last season to go into the next season.
They reset too in Path of Exile too?
Oh yeah. Oh. You have the Path of Exiles always had that. They have what's called leagues. That's what their season model is.
How do people have time to play all these games, man?
So for these types of games, these are the games that these are people's destiny.
These are black hole games.
Game they play.
These are black holes. I got you.
Essentially.
Gotcha.
Or for people like me and Kingsley and most of us
like to dabble,
casual enjoyers.
Okay.
I would say. I don't know. Kingsley might be more of a hardcore player of Diablo than I am because he's gotten to higher tiers than I have.
I don't know. I still, compared to a lot of people I know, I'm like,
but he
moderately casual.
He reads builds, and he's not an actual player. He's just a copy homework person.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I want to jump into this world, but I'm terrified of the time it's going to steal. I just
don't look at it that way. Here's a great way to look at it. Oh have a goal in mind for what you want to do in Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, your first goal should be to finish the campaign.
Yeah. So far, it's been pretty good. So far, it's been a lot of fun.
Play a couple hours a week if you don't feel like you want to put a lot of time in there. Just play a couple hours a week. You'll make steady progress. And then when you finish the campaign, you can decide, did I enjoy the campaign enough to keep playing?
Mm-hmm.
Or was this enough for me to call it quits? Because, the campaign's 90% of the game on the front half.
Yeah.
The other back half of the game, that other 10%, which is in-game, is the seasonal content, which is where, people who enjoy this type of game, that's their 90%. Campaign's 10%, 90% is the back half for them. So it depends on what your goal is.
See,
for any new game, that should be your goal. Is like get in, and just get the gears rolling. If it's something you like, keep picking at it. If you find a point to where you don't like it anymore, just put it down.
See, Destiny, all these 12 years I've played it has ruined me on new games. It really has, man.
Well, that's just you, sir.
I know. I'm not talking about you guys. I said me.
Yeah.
Destiny has ruined me. I have been so down the rabbit hole with Destiny, and I mean, I played it every day, sometimes 5 hours a day. I mean, whatever time I could put. I mean, they were really good at keeping me in their world. And now that it's stopped, I'm like, now I feel like I'm so naive when it comes to gaming now. It just pisses me off, man, because there's so many games I missed. And now I'm going back, like, I want to play Ghost of Tsushima. I want to play that game. That looks fun as hell. I want to play that game. I'm looking at all these games. I watch these videos on games you should definitely not keep in your backlog. Should definitely play them now. And I'm looking at this game like, this looks like a lot of fun, man. But I just don't know where to start. I really don't, man. I guess get
Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster. Start there.
It doesn't matter where you start, but you got to put 5 to 10 hours in a game if you're playing solo to really know if you're going to like it. And that's why, again, like what you do with Arc Raiders, I highly suggest you play with one of us, like me or whoever, for just an hour, because we can help bring you through the ropes.
I've got 200 hours in Arc Raiders.
Then you don't have to put as many hours in. But if you're only going to play solo, you probably got to put 10 hours in to know if you're going to like it or not.
Okay.
In like end game.
See, here's a problem. Here's a problem.
Not 10 hours in the story.
People think I'm antisocial. It's not that. It's not that. When I jump in with a bunch of people who know everything, they're literally just dragging me around. They're holding my hand and dragging me around and giving me the fast forward version of how the game works. And I'm like,
not everyone does that.
I'm like, dude, I don't know what the hell you guys are even talking about. How did that come out of your fingers? I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, I'm like, I get flustered. Where if I'm playing solo, I can take my time and go, okay. The Warlock class does this. Okay. Okay.
Todd, come on. You think we would all do that with you? And also like I'll even I know a lot of people, and I do this too. Like I want to do the campaign solo myself first so I can see all the cutscenes that people want to interrupt. But sometimes when I do play with people, anyone can attest. I will not talk when the cutscenes are going. I will be quiet. I'll only ask the questions to help you when you need it.
You guys don't want to run the campaign. You guys are way beyond that. It's like,
yeah, we do.
I do. I'll 100% rerun the Diablo
You're making excuses now.
No, I'm not. I figured you guys.
Somebody else out.
All right.
Yeah.
I need an excuse.
I may take you up on that.
I don't have the energy.
Why do you think we run VOG on Wednesday nights?
Exactly.
Or, King's Call.
Yeah.
We all have the exotics. We've done it all. Somebody else's turn.
Shit! Allocate showed up.
Helping someone new.
Allocate showed up.
You're about to write it. You're about to write a check you can't cash.
I know I am. I know it's coming too because Allocate's like, how far are you in Diablo 4 campaign? I'm to the point where the daughter's mother just turned.
Sister's brother.
No, the daughter that was lost, I guess, in the beginning.
Yeah, I know.
She gets possessed by the main demon.
Weren't you there 3 weeks ago?
I haven't played it since.
I
stopped there. I think I put 2.5 hours, 3 hours in. I was enjoying it, but I get frustrated when I don't know a game like the back of my hand, and I don't know, man. It just
you didn't with
Destiny.
Is fucking ruined hours.
Destiny's ruined me, man.
Wait, did
if
you know
there was a
Destiny
community that could help?
Yeah,
if only.
I don't want to put that imposition on somebody. Like I mean, I guess if someone wants to run a VOG, I would definitely want to run a VOG because even though I've run it 1,000,000 times, I definitely want to see how they feel when they finish the VOG. So I guess that's the same mindset, right? That's what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
And once they finally get that exotic they've been trying for and stuff, you can't be anything but happy for them.
Yeah. And I played Crimson Desert, and I got stuck at the where I'm trying to reflect the mirrors to open the damn door up. I'm like, this is ridiculous, man.
Did you try to look anything up?
No, I didn't want to cheat. I wanted to. No, I think I did look it up, and there aren't many videos on that part of the game. It's like the tutorial. It's like the beginning. Those controls are freaking crazy, dude.
I know what you're talking about. And I had a minor issue with it, and I looked up one thing, and then it was easy.
I know, Doctor. I hear you, man. I like shooters. As soon as I went into that arcade, I didn't want to. I did play Pac-Man, but normally I played some pinball. I dabbled with that. But you know where I went? I freaking hibernated playing the shooter. I played Galaga in the back corner. Almost in the basement of the damn game, back there where the games go to die. I'm back there playing Galaga, man. I'm like, this is beautiful, man. I love shooting. I gotta get my trigger finger back, they stole my shit.
3 in the other room, and he's playing Galaga.
I don't know. I love shooters, man. I've always loved shooters and stabbies and swords and stuff. I mean, I get excited about it, I guess, but I just love shooters, man. Yeah, I know. I'm overthinking it. I know I'm overthinking it, Scarlet Maddie.
Dynasty Warriors. Did you prefer the regular games
No,
the Extreme Legends or
the regular
Empires?
The regular games. And I love the stories. I love them putting the stories together. Lu Bu's coming across and we're trying to cut them off and all that stuff. But they played the same stories all the time. But the thing I loved about Dynasty Warriors were those super moves where you can whack like 15 or 20 enemies at a time off into oblivion. Those are the moves I like. The hack and slash was just building up for the special moves. I like the big explosive
why they did
moves.
The same story over and over again, right?
Well, I mean, it's a true story, right? It's true Chinese lore.
It's Chinese mythology. It's not technically true.
Oh, it's mythology.
So it's a very, very, very strange period of ancient Chinese history where the historians didn't really write a lot of it down. A lot of it was like through spoken word. So a lot of things were, hyperbole and expanded to the most. Like, I'm pretty sure Cao Cao did not grab the bow of heaven and shoot across the night sky and blow up a castle 10 provinces over. I don't think that ever happened. I could be wrong.
See, Scarlett, I love Elden Ring. You know why I love Elden Ring? It's because I can go around and collect stuff. I can build up my reserves on stuff, and I can start building.
The same 12 bosses
I can start building, but I love the boss fights, man. I played that first boss fight, and I was like, I'm in. And me and my son were both playing against that first boss, and having to know when to parry and stuff, and that's just getting
all
reps
I'm hearing is you like all games, but then you also only like shooters.
I love shooters.
Both ways.
I'm definitely a shooter guy, man.
I heard I like video games, but only if I've played them before.
Yes, that's what I've heard.
Yes.
Like I said, Doctor, Destiny has ruined me. I have become so much. Every game I look at now has to feel like Destiny, or I'm out. And I do. I get frustrated, and I'm like, I'm out.
Then you might as well stop playing games. Just
no, I can't do that.
You'll never get another Destiny.
Right now, I understand. I know. I know there won't be another Destiny. Maybe a Destiny 3 like 20 years from now. Oh, we're back. We're back. Bungie's back. But that's what I'm getting. I'm getting my fill now from the Destiny shooter, because Arc Raiders, everybody drink. Even though it's third person, it feels really good. And not to mention, I'm grabbing all kinds of stuff and collecting stuff, and I love to collect stuff. So,
okay, I have a challenge for
therapy
you.
Session again.
It's tickling that itch. It's tickling that itch for me.
I have
right
a challenge to help break Todd out of this, because I just saw this on Steam. Monster Hunter Wilds just released a demo for the first 3 chapters of the game.
I got bored playing Monster Hunter. I tried Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
It's just hack and slash.
I couldn't get behind that one either.
You play Dynasty Warriors and Elden Ring. What do you mean hack and slash? I got bored.
But it's enemies. You got individual human enemies. Whereas I don't know. I just kind of got lost in all the hack and slash movements with these bosses. I'd be almost underneath them. I'm like, how am I not dead right now playing Monster Hunter? And everyone has.
What's human about a dragon in Elden Ring? Tell me that.
Destiny is enemies.
Wait, because
Destiny's not.
So the lack of realism got you.
Yeah, I love.
That's what as the challenge.
What's funny is my daughter says, you should play Splatoon. That's the new game right now. And I'm like, Splatoon. I said, I looked at it, I'm like, no, it's too cartoony. No, it's not photorealistic. I want photorealistic games.
Balatro isn't photorealistic.
Balatro.
Well, Balatro is a card game. I mean, come on, it's not a shooter. But
you're overthinking
it. I mean, you guys are trying to figure me out. Look at Arc Raiders. Look how freaking real that game looks. I can get lost in those worlds. There's areas in Arc Raiders that I haven't even investigated yet, and that's what I'm trying to do now. Is I'm trying to branch out and go look at other parts of the map that I just breeze past to go get to the hot areas of the map. And I'm looking at all the containers now, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. But how did it get to me again?
You should delete Balatro because it's not photorealistic.
Gaming therapy sessions. So Amazing
all
Tiger King.
Excuses, not going forward. You gotta find paths forward, Todd.
So Amazing Tiger King, what else is going on in your life, man? Shit. It always comes back to me.
I present that challenge to Todd. He should play the prologue demo for Monster Hunter Wilds, because it's photorealistic, as good as it can get for that type of game. Like, those graphics are insane. It always amazes me at what
Monster Hunter Worlds. You're talking about the latest one, the Worlds.
Wilds.
Wilds is the newest one. Yeah. Okay.
It's a demo, so that's the other thing that I think we're going to see a lot more of going into the future of gaming in general. Is I think we're going to see a lot more demos coming out like we used to have in the 90s.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's smart. I hadn't thought about that. I agree with you.
Yeah.
A lot of new games lately that I've seen, they either have a free trial weekend or they have an actual full built, like from the ground up demo of like the first 3 chapters of the game.
They have to do this because less people are buying because of the economy and everything, and they're
well. Then on top of that, with Sony
it,
going discless, that's more of like I feel like that's just Sony's easy cop out of just trying to get the less desirable crowd of people buying their consoles.
Yeah.
And they're basically, it just feels like it's kind of like an extra excuse of like, oh, poor people can't afford us because we're an elite gaming console.
Yeah. Scarlet Maddie,
the whole point of having disc is trading everything in towards your new purchase.
Right. Scarlet Maddie says, well, Destiny will be your gamer retirement home. Hopefully not, but if you don't branch out, it will be. Even Dado quit publicly. Yeah, I hear you, Scarlet Maddie. I hear all these things. I do. And Allocate, Lords of the Fallen has a buddy pass. If one person has the full game, a buddy can play with them only as a team for free. I've heard good things about Lords of the Fallen. I've seen some previews on it too. It looks beautiful.
What Allocate says there about Lords of the Fallen, that's actually a good point, because I don't know if any of you guys know this, but Ghost Recon
it's coming out with
the newest one, or the latest newest one, with what's his name? John Bernthal, is that his name?
Yeah.
As the villain.
Yep.
If you have someone that has the full game,
Wildlands,
you can. Yeah. Is that it? Is it Wildlands? I have it. Hold on. I can.
Really?
I have it too. I don't remember.
But yeah, Wildlands I think was the one before that.
I heard that game's a cult.
I think so.
I heard that game's a cult.
Okay, but let's be honest.
It's fun though.
Odd. He buys games and he never plays.
Breakpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you know someone who has the full game, you can get the demo of Breakpoint up with anyone you invite to your game who has the demo can play the full game without having to get anything but the demo.
Yeah.
But you have to play together.
Yeah, you have to play together. But you can invite up to 3 friends because you have a squad of 4. You can invite up to 3 friends.
Deadpool said it's Wildlands.
Them to play. Did Wildlands do it too?
He said it's Wildlands.
Maybe. Huh. Wildlands was the one before it in the desert.
Breakpoint is the most recent one that I played, and this is the one that I tested it on.
Robots.
Yeah, Breakpoint's the one that I tested it on with my friends. None of them own the game. I own the game.
Okay.
And all of us were able to play it like from start to wherever we ended up going, which is like I think 50% through the campaign. They didn't have to spend a dime. They just got to keep playing.
I mean,
the issue isn't money for Todd. It's just he needs to find a game he's actually.
No, I know that. I was just because of what he said with Alex.
I mean, let's get real. Let's get real. October is going to be the big giant update for Arc Raiders. I'll be gone. I'll be in that. And then what's coming in November? GTA 6. What? You know I'm going to jump into that because it's Florida, man. Literally, it is Florida, man.
If it sucks,
and then if it sucks, hey, then I lost. what, $70? You know, whatever.
To be fair, Grand Theft Auto's already set the bar so low that it can't suck.
I know, but I'm just making the point. You're saying whatever now. How come you didn't say whatever for Call of or Battlefield?
Battlefield.
I mean, Battlefield 6 has.
I will be on Todd's side for Battlefield. DICE knows how to do trailers and they know how to run hype. DICE is good at that.
Believe me, I love those island maps. The land, sea, and air battles were intense, man. I have so many good memories of that
trailer where they actually took the stunt where that dude jumps out of the jet, shoots a bazooka, blows up the other jet, and jumps back in the jet. If you've played Battlefield for years, that was like one of the most goosebump inspiring moments of the trailer.
I saw that back in Battlefield 4, I think. I saw that.
3 is, I think, when the guy did it.
3 is when it did it? That might have been, yeah. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But Allocate, I didn't know you played Lords of the Fallen.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's named after the move's named.
Yeah, the Red Azuk.
Red Azuk. I have less time to game now than ever. I'm even wanting to start another podcast, and I'm trying to figure out how to get it into my workflow. It's just so hard to do, man, because I love gaming, man. I love my gaming time, and it's usually late at night.
Podcasts come with an update to 50 years experience.
Yeah, it's called Lessons in the Rearview. I've already done the artwork and everything for it. It's all set up. I want to do it, but I'm trying to figure out how I've got to work it into my workflow. Otherwise, it'll just get forgotten. I'll put an episode out, and then a month later, another episode will come out. I want to be consistent with that stuff, and I want to do it right.
So the psychology lesson here is don't want to do as much stuff. Just be okay with doing less stuff.
Want to do less?
I want to do too much stuff, man. That's the problem. I want to learn it.
That's what I'm at.
I'm at that age where I'm a sponge. I want to learn everything. I want to play all these games, but if I had the superpower where I can just flick, if I could pull a Thanos and stop time and go back and play all these games and then unsnap and then come back into today, hell, man, I would definitely do it. But who has time for all these games, man? All these games have at least 30, 40, 200, 500 hours required to really get into them. And I just don't know if I have the time to do all that, man.
10 hours.
You know,
10?
Funny or Die had a sketch about this called Ice Cream Shop Therapy. I had an episode exactly like this.
Who's this?
Lady that started Funny or Die.
Oh, Funny or Die. Yeah. I know.
They had a sketch series called Ice Cream Shop Therapy. I think it was like 8 episodes long.
Come on, Kate.
There's an episode literally about a lady who's like talking about all of her new hobbies, and they break down the psychology of this lady. And they're like, "Oh, so you start a lot of things but never finish."
No,
Be yourself.
No, Kate, I don't want to do a Thanos snap. I don't want to eliminate half the population. No, I just want to stop time. That's all I want to do. I want to stop time, and then I can move in real time.
We need a better analogy then.
Yeah, not a Thanos snap. Everyone says what'll be my superpower? My superpower is I want to be able to stop time and manipulate time. Not a Thanos snap. No, definitely don't want to do a Thanos snap. I don't have the glove anyway.
No, I think your superpower should be to not care about trying to do as many things. That's
my superpower choice wouldn't be like an actual superpower. It'd be a level 0 cantrip from Dungeons and Dragons called Prestidigitation. It's the most powerful spell of all time.
Oh my god! See, you guys.
I mean, I guess
I'm lost. I'm done. Well, all right. Thanks. Thanks, Amazing Taco King. Anything else you want to mention, man? Sorry, we went off on a way different tangent.
We went on the Todd therapy couch.
We did, man. Jesus Christ!
I almost fell off twice.
Oh my god.
No, I mean, that's mostly what I've done as Path of Exile for the most part, and then I started playing the new Sword Art online game Echoes of Aincrad, which has got a lot of mixed reviews right now, but it's one of those games where I was like, I know I'm gonna enjoy it because I like the anime, and I like the setting of the anime itself. So I was like, yep, this is a game for me.
I wish I had that. I wish I had that open mind to jump in. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. We're not going back to
that was it. I mean, just it being a Sword Art online game. I've played a few of them in the past. They're not the greatest games, to be perfectly honest with you. They're very mid tier, but it goes back to what I said earlier in the show. You know, I have those 3 pivot points of what I focus on in gaming, and it's setting, gameplay, and general appeal. If one of those is a 10 and the other 2 are kind of mediocre, I'm still gonna play the game. If they're all mediocre, I'm gonna play the game. If they all suck, then I'll probably not play the game, and I'll eventually go back and finish it just for saying completion. I bought it, I beat it, I'm done with it.
Gotcha. Okay, Todd, what's going on in your life, man? Other than your company doubling in size, holy crap, man.
Yeah, I know. Booming business, man. People keep sending referrals our way.
That's good. It's a good thing.
Thanks to other companies
that didn't start with T and end with X. Yeah. Busy as usual. A couple weeks ago, I had to take some downtime. Went to the hospital, got some stuff. Yeah, man. What is that? Dude, you okay? So, everything okay, man?
Yeah. Without getting into the weeds of it, basically, I was hurting. Went to the hospital 3 different times total. Finally, they were like, you need some surgery.
No shit.
So they gave me some surgery. I was on bed rest all last week.
Okay.
Now I'm kind of on limited duty according to work and stuff. Not lifting heavy things.
Don't want to tear stitches. I got you.
Yeah. Don't want to break anything open or nothing.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
I missed a couple raids. Feel kind of bad about that.
No, that's all right.
It is what it is. Other than that, though, I didn't even get to be like I couldn't even catch up on like some movies or nothing.
Well, you were laid up.
But yeah. I did watch. Was it World War II with Tom Hanks?
Hey, yeah, that's on.
While I was sitting there.
What's that on? Is that on Netflix or?
Oh no, it was on the TV in the hospital, man.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Thought he had a
but
new one.
it's pretty cool. Worth checking out. If I can find it streaming, I'm definitely gonna watch the whole series.
I'm sure people will find it.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out.
It might be on HBO because he had that contract with Band of Brothers.
Yeah. He's done stuff for Apple too, though, so it's hard to say. We'll find it. Just Google it or use your Gemini or whatever. It'll tell you.
Yeah. Let's see. Last time, before we had all the Discord issues, I did replace my CPU. I upgraded it, in my computer, which was cool because I built it, but I've never taken it apart since I put it together. So it was kind of like, this might work, might not. A little nerve wracking. But it's cool because it's a little bit better. So I get a little bit more FPSs out of it.
Nice.
You multitask a little bit better.
I mean, Kingsley just did a download and his got better. That's crazy, man.
Well, that was his GPU. Yeah, that was his graphics driver, if I remember correctly.
I got you.
Yeah, CPU is different than GPU.
Yeah, that is very true. Very true.
Yeah.
One PU to another.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I've been bouncing around between games. Fire up Destiny about twice a week. I got the Spider-Man Miles Morales. I just started dabbling in that. Division 2, obviously. Still a great game. They're still doing stuff with it. Jump in there. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I think last time we had talked about it briefly. It's still a great game. My ADD kicks in and I start wandering all over the place in that game. It can be rough. Like I think I got like 40% of the storyline done, but I've almost maxed my boat out.
Side missions are a bitch, man.
So yeah, they can be.
They're the bane.
Let's see, Elite Dangerous. I'm still jumping in and out of that one a couple times a week. It's a cool flight sim, like a spaceship flight sim. Ever expanding universe kind of thing. 1-to-1 scale, I think, is what they say with our universe. But it's fun if you like that kind of thing. What else? I think that's about it.
Okay.
Honestly.
All right.
Yeah.
Kingsley Mac, what's been going on with you,
before I forget, I still think you need to check out Big Brother because you like Rick Devens and he's doing amazing in Big Brother right now. So definitely consider that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I never got into that show. You did.
I know. Yeah. Rick Devens, since you like him so much from Survivor, you might like Big Brother because he's in it. And
Okay.
Yeah, it's a different type of challenge. I've
got all the streaming services. I'm sure I can just look it right up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's on Paramount, just like it's the same network. Yeah.
Gotcha.
The main thing I wanted to talk about that I'm doing is I did start a new game for myself. I've talked about it a little bit here and there.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
And I kind of can't believe I'm checking this out.
I can't either.
Well, it actually is kind of fun. I'll get to that. But it was mostly for just, I wanted to just check it out for the lulz, for whatever. But
physics.
You're giving it away.
I wasn't.
I'm sorry.
I'm lost on.
No, you'll get it in a minute.
Okay.
What game? Yeah, but the game is The First Descendant.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Think of like Warframe and Destiny having a baby, but it's way more on the Warframe side. The thing that's really interesting about this game is a couple more people have been talking about it recently. So that's really the only reason why I decided to hop into it. Because people have been talking about like, well, what's another looter shooter type game that we should go to? And of course, all the normal ones like Warframe, Division, things like that, yada, yada. But some people were saying, well, First Descendant's going to have a really good update come out August 20th, the year 3, season 4 thing or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I decided to check it out. Yes, Doctor says it's like a diet Warframe, but here's the thing. It's much more updated graphics, much more easy to get into than even Warframe. And I'm not saying Warframe is hard to get into, but like I got feeling comfortable in First Ascendant quicker than I did in Warframe.
Oh, okay.
The gunplay feels closer to Destiny than Warframe does. But the main bones of the game is very Warframe-ish, as far as like getting mods for your weapons. So many things are similar. The Descendants are basically the frames, you know, everything like that. It has very mixed reviews. It has about a 6.5 user score. So this goes back to the discussion we were giving about user reviews.
Yep.
Because of that, I was very interested in reading user reviews, both before and after starting the game, because you really can see both sides of it. And it's kind of ironic because a lot of people will say the game's too hard, and a lot of other people will say the game's too easy. So where do you go with that then, right? Then you just kind of have to throw it out, right? You're like, well, what type of a player are they? Do I match with their, you know what I mean? I would have to say now, I think it's more on the easier side. I haven't gotten to anything end game yet, and I think that'll probably be the biggest complaint that I would agree with, is there's maybe not really great or much end game. But I'm kind of really enjoying it so far. It's kind of just fun going through the new player experience too. The guiding you felt even easier than Warframe and other games, and it was really kind of nice to tell you what to do so you feel comfortable doing certain things.
Nice.
And really fun moving around. The abilities are fun. You don't there's less zipping around than Warframe 2, which I do like the zipping around in Warframe, but again, it feels closer to Destiny, Dodd, than Warframe even does. And yeah, go ahead.
I think if Warframe was first person, I'd probably play it. It's the third person that messes me up. I don't know. Sorry.
These games are okay. I'll get to that real quick. You got to get past that. These games are barely third person. I would call them second person. It's just kind of like over the shoulder a little bit. It's like, it's like they're not.
Isn't Grand Theft Auto third person?
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't played it in a long time.
Okay.
Okay. Technically, Grand Theft Auto you can
and
play
Arc Raiders.
5.
Arc Raiders is third person too.
Arc Raiders.
See? Don't use that as an excuse anymore. I promise you can like these games because of that. Anyways, it's not that far away. The reason why I'm saying like a third person would be someone like behind you further away, in my opinion. I know they call it third person, but think of it like second person. It's really not
like
that
over
big
the shoulder. Like over the shoulder.
Yeah.
Got you.
And when you scope in too, it's pretty much like it's first person. So,
Yeah, doctor said Warframe would be nauseating in first person. Yeah, it's very herky-jerky, man. It's very, very...
It doesn't have to be. You don't have to move like that.
You don't have to zip long.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So I wouldn't use that as a knock against Warframe either.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's still on my list. It's still in my mind. Warframe is.
So, like, First Descendant, it's like legit free to play.
Yeah, it is.
It's legit free to play.
I've had it in my library since 2014 when I got it free on my PlayStation 4.
Here's the thing. A lot of us did. I did too. I was talking to someone else that they did too. And we never really hopped into it. And I think I don't know if anyone remembers, I think when it first came out, like something was really messed up or everyone said it was horrible. But it's not horrible right now. Right now, I would say it's mixed at best. Right?
I don't know if it's the color palette or what. It bothers me, but...
Yeah.
No, there's no weird color palette in it.
No?
What were you thinking?
If I remember correctly, when it first came out, the main complaint I saw everywhere was the RNG for building new gear at launch was abysmal. So you were it was almost like original Warframe. That was one of the main complaints of original Warframe, because I played Warframe back when it was like in beta 2.0 before they even had bullet jumps. They had actual wall running, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I played Warframe since like the start of Warframe to where it is now,
2014.
off and on over the entire life.
Wow.
No, I played Warframe before that because Warframe came out on PC in 2012.
Oh, I did not know that. I thought it was a PlayStation exclusive.
Since 2012 on PC. It was a Steam exclusive for the first 4 years of its life, I want to say.
Really?
I don't think it came out to a console
2014
until 2016.
No, it's 2014.
No, because it came out the same. It came out before.
It came out the same time, or actually a little bit before Destiny on the PS4. Because I remember seeing it was a free game that you can install. It was already preloaded. I just had to click it and say, "Yeah, let's play." It kept pestering me to play it, and I was like,
"It definitely came out after Destiny, because Destiny came out originally on the 360 PS3 era."
It was 2014. The 2013 was the beta, and that's when I first played it. 2013.
Okay. I didn't really jump on console at first because I still had it on PC.
Yeah, I remember Destiny 1 was console only, so yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually I didn't have a PC for many years there, so I did start playing Warframe again from like a brand new account setting on Xbox, and I refused to go back to PC before they incorporated the cross save feature.
Right.
Which that's only been around for like 3 years now, maybe 2 years. It hasn't been around very long, but I had built so much on my Xbox since I hadn't played on a PC in a long time that going back to PC would have been like basically starting back over again.
Yeah.
Because I played Warframe before it had a Steam version.
Wow.
I played it from DE's actual website and launcher when it first came out, and I don't have that account anymore. I couldn't tell you what that account is.
It just amazes me, man.
So yeah, First Descendant, it's like Warframe Diet with Destiny added onto it.
Right.
I'm having a lot of fun so far, but I'm not even assuming at all that I will continue to have fun in the long run with this. I'm kind of doing it as a test case scenario just to kind of see what it's like, but I'm kind of surprised how much I do like it so far. Just the bones feel really, really good of the game. I don't know what to explain about that. It is totally free to play. And it kind of has like the same thing. It's like the style also like Warframe where you don't feel gimmicky free to play. It actually, I mean, yes, it has a billion gimmicky things you can buy, and I'll get to that in a second. But the things you need to do with like getting crafting components and stuff seem pretty doable. It's not like a very malicious free to play game. Now, yes, it does have things that people won't like. This doesn't bug me as much, but yeah, it's a little on the Gunner side. It's a little on the crazy side. You don't have to play that way, but if you're in the social spaces, you will see some of that. So I don't know what the answer is there. If people don't want to see that type of stuff,
yeah.
Doesn't
so
really
scandalous. You can see ankle.
I think it was more of the jiggle.
It gets some.
I think it was more of the jiggle physics.
No, it's not that.
No?
Some outfits are pretty skimpy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
Jeez.
It really is pretty skimpy with some outfits. Yeah.
When you first described it as Warframe and Destiny had a kid, I was like, I feel like it's more like Warframe and Marvel Rivals Skin Team had a kid.
Yeah. Did you see the changes they made to that? Yeah, it was crazy.
So I mean, but I think you can go in a private social space. I'm pretty sure because I see all the options for like this and that, and doing the missions is a very similar Warframe too. I don't know. I even like how they do the social space better than Warframe. And the apartment, your private area is pretty darn cool and everything. Nice. But they don't have clans yet or anything like that. Again, I'm not trying to say that this is going to be any type of a good game, but if someone's looking for something to check out and they want something that's similar to Warframe or Destiny,
free to play,
kind of, it's there. And so far I'm having fun. So it is what it is.
Excellent, man.
Free to play or freemium games, as we call them in some of my circles that I hang out with. They're always good to have around, honestly, because I mean it's like a demo, but it's an actual game. It just has certain limitations that a real game wouldn't have.
Yeah.
If it's free, it's for me.
There you go.
And then, yes, there's a lot of the actual characters, like the base models and stuff, are pretty okay. But then, of course, all the 60 ornaments that you can buy or those certain ones you can earn can be a little scandalous for sure. But
you need that bunny outfit.
That bunny outfit.
I don't care about the bunny one.
It was all hanging out.
It's cool, but
it's all hanging out.
Yeah. No, the bunny one's not. You have no idea. No.
Yeah, that one's
bunny
not
one's
even
jiggle
remote,
physics. It's not hanging out.
Okay.
There's other ones that are hanging out. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think the first Descendant that they added after it launched, their first DLC character, or seasonal character, was the Arctic sniper lady. I think the first skin they released for her, which was one of those things like, this doesn't make any sense for what she's about, was a bikini because it was the summer season.
Hey, it couldn't be any worse than the board shorts that everybody's wearing now in raids. Holy crap.
Don't be hating on my exo legs.
Hey man, I got 2 more levels in the season pass to unlock it myself, and I'll be rocking it too. So
so you're just jealous. That's why you've been complaining.
Yeah, I'm envious. I'm envious. It's definitely cool.
I want to be in the season pass. Come on, man.
I want to be with the fun crowd.
I barely play, and I'm a higher level season pass.
I'm like level 50.
I know we had this discussion. We don't understand how Todd isn't there yet.
I'm telling you, man.
There's no bounties to save.
Another game has got my attention right now. Anytime I have time to play, it's
more bounties.
Same with us.
And that's
but
all
I guess you do really have less time to play than us because you do so many other things. Yeah.
Yeah, but I treasure my Saturday nights, man. Saturday night is my time to do my Destiny. So yeah.
But, and podcast, bowling, date nights. God,
yeah, man.
You
have movies.
I watch movies every week.
Be a loner like us.
I know. I'm a
loser. See, we're true gamers. You do other things too.
I know. I'm not a true gamer. I've been told by that in the comments that I'm not a true gamer, so I'm good.
Try to be one of us.
I'm just an old timer. Get off my lawn.
He's a poser.
I'm a poser. Yeah.
No wonder your opinions are different than a lot of us.
I just see things differently.
He touches grass more than us. He has real world views.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's talk about the economics of China and why it's failing. Never mind. So go ahead. Go ahead.
Boring.
Sorry.
That's about it for me. But I'll give another small follow-up review, I'm sure, at some point with the game.
Okay, yeah. I'm curious, man. Yeah. I saw you playing that and I first ascended. I said, I didn't even know that game was still going. I'm like,
it's not bad. It's good enough. Even if you got like 3 hours of enjoyment from it, why not?
It's free. I added it to my library.
I watched Astrocross play it, and it looked fun, but then you had to wait for stuff to process to craft things, and that's where Warframe does that too. Warframe, I think it was a day. It was like a day.
Yeah, a day. Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean,
Warframe are 3 days.
Oh,
that's after a day of making the components.
That's true.
To build the Warframe.
That's because it's free to play. And they want you to just go buy it. They just want you to go buy it instead.
You have to wait a day or a week for a lot of things in Destiny too.
That's true. Got to wait for resets. And that brings me to my point. What I've been doing this week, it is definitely Arc Raiders, and they have a new project out that is a 2-parter this time. The part 2 comes out in 2 weeks, so you have 2 weeks to complete the first part. And this is there's some phantom targets on the worlds that the Shani, the lady who does the security for Toledo underneath, and the story's really cool about this. So reminds me of Matrix, and how the Matrix, we lived underground and stuff in the movie. And there's a 2-part. We're trying to build better communication towers and stuff for Shani to be able to detect these things. So we're building that right now. And of course, every time you put a phase of it together, there's rewards at the bottom. It tells you exactly what you're going to get. All right, that's all the Arc Raiders I'm going to talk about. But that's what I've been doing there. And man, I don't know. I always used to laugh at people who watch YouTube on their TV, on their big screens. But man, I got to tell you, it's summertime right now still. There's not a lot of shows, on the networks, other than America's Got Talent, which is my junk food that I watch every week. And MasterChef is something my wife and I always watch together every summer. But there's really nothing to watch on TV right now. Even 60 Minutes are all repeats. All right, fair enough. But I know there's a new the one I watch from all the different worlds, Trader. There's a new American Traders coming out in the fall, and I can't wait. It's real. It's not pop stars. It's not popular people. It's all normal Americans. I love that part of when they bring regular people in, because you get people who don't tell you exactly what they are. And then you find out that they produced all these movies, or they wrote all these best-selling books and stuff. And you're like, holy shit, it's amazing. It is a nice social experience. I like watching it. My wife and I did see one movie at the theater using my AMC Stubbs A-List membership, where I can see 4 movies every week for free on any screen or format. This week I saw the latest Spider-Man, brand new day. The movie runs about 2.5 hours. If you're including your previews, it's about 3 hours. But as you probably know, my wife is not the biggest fan of superhero movies anymore, but she agreed to go see it with me because there's really nothing else on. And this is the follow-up to the last Spider-Man. It picks up right where the other one left off. And Spider-Man, had to do something to his best friends. I'm not going to spoil anything. And in this movie, it's all about his struggle to get his friends back. That's all I'm going to talk about on it. But I thought the movie was entertaining. It's a superhero movie. It is what it is. I'm kind of used to what to get. Stories are pretty simplistic. The plots are simplistic. Everything's just kind of all candy in your face. It's all about the graphics and everything and the special effects. The Rotten Tomatoes audience loves it. 98% from audience, 90% from critics. So everybody's liking it. I'm probably not the best person to ask about superhero movies because I'm kind of burnt out on the genre, but I was entertained. Not a bad movie. I give it 3.5 stars. It was a good movie. It was a good movie for what it is. As far as Destiny goes, we ran another part of the Pantheon run this last Saturday, and we're learning the Garden of Salvation portion and the mechanics, and we almost got it. And I got to admit, man, I am loving how challenging these new mechanics are and trying to work them out and stuff. And if you guys want to, see what we're doing every Saturday night, 10:30, I think is when usually the stream goes up. It's the only second time I stream on my channel. And it's Destiny typically. So shout out to my fire team, Allocate, Running Red Lions, Send Media, and of course, Kingsley Mack and Zombie Pops here tonight. I always have a lot of fun Saturday nights. It's kind of my social thing where I get to catch up and see what everybody's doing on the week and stuff other than the podcast. But no, that's it pretty much for me. We're going to come back real quick with a question for the show and wrap things up. Be right back. Yeah, now we're running tight on time. I did want to answer Kate's question.
When we have 4 people again.
I did want to answer Kate's question though. She had a question in the Discord. I want to make sure.
And you bring in extra stuff like all these like news.
Yeah, I'm not going to bring up the thing I talked about. I'll talk about that maybe tomorrow, maybe next week when our guest is here, and we have a new guest episode next week, guys. Just so you know. Okay, let me get to Destiny questions. Here we go. I changed the podcast.
How long an episode is ahead of time, Todd? Just ask me. I'll know.
Okay. All right. All right.
But
here we go. 3, 2. All right, boys and girls, this is the final portion of our show where we get questions from you guys. And we have a question from our moderator in our Discord community. That's Allocate. She goes, what is your all-time favorite musical artist? If you were trapped on a deserted island and had the entire discography, only one musical artist, though, who would it be? I've already got my answer because I pretty much listen to everything they got. You guys have an answer?
I answered mine last week, actually, when we were doing the
yeah, but it was one artist though. It wasn't this question that she poses. You're trapped on a desert island.
It's my all-time. It's still the answer.
Oh, the ska band.
All-time favorite. Yeah, Real Big Fish.
Real Big Fish.
Oh, Real Big Fish. Good band.
Yep.
Good band.
Yep.
All right.
So you can't pick that too, Zombie. No, just kidding. But they are good.
Oh no. I don't know enough of their songs. But I would probably go with Metallica because they have such a large collection.
Yeah.
You can kind of you can pick and choose which album for like what moods and stuff.
Yeah.
They have a very extensive library, so it's probably who I would go with.
What about you, Amazing Taco King? You got a band in mind? Artist?
I honestly don't have an all-time favorite band.
Okay.
I have several that come to mind and be like, I would want to listen to them, but I don't listen to them consistently enough like that it would be my permanent one. But if I had to like choose, probably be a tie between Bullet for My Valentine
That's
and
a good
then
one.
Probably like a classical album of like Beethoven or something.
Okay. Interesting. It would probably be Elbow for me. Mr. Hayoka knows what I'm talking about. We went and saw them in concert in England when I was over there, and they're just as good live as they are on all their recorded stuff. And I have all their albums. And actually, I have a whole playlist. In fact, my wife and I were just chilling at the house. We'll just play all the albums like randomly, just select a song from any of the albums. We all know them. But I tell you what, man, music really moves. It is so powerful how music can be. I watched Rush is back on tour, and they were at the Madison Square Gardens for night 2, and I was watching the video of it. The introduction is so dramatic. I mean, there's a lot of video, pre-roll and stuff, and they have a new female drummer that took the place of Neil Peart. And I'm sorry, the name eludes me right now. She's brand new, but she really did a great job. And I swear to God, when they were playing, I think it was Snow Dog. The very first, they opened up with Snow Dog. No, it was Xanadu. And that would be probably a close second would be Rush. But I mean, a little tear came out of my eye. It's amazing that these guys are still making music today. And it's just fantastic, man. I just love music. It's just, you're not living, man, if you're not into music. It's just the whole part of life you're missing out on. But yeah, good question, Allocate. Thanks for your question. That's it for tonight, guys. That's all we have for tonight. I know we went a little long again, but I just want to thank everybody for showing up tonight in the chat. Thank you guys for all of the secret topics that I threw in tonight under the disguise. It was only one topic. And man, I tell you what, Amazing Taco King, your depth of entertainment, movies, and gaming is amazing, dude. You blow me away. I gotta be honest. You blow me away with all this knowledge you have of all these movies and stuff. But thank you for coming on tonight again, man. Hopefully we'll have you again soon on another show. But is there anyone you want to give a shout out to tonight before we sign off?
I mean, my regular crew, Zipping, his brother, shout out to them. They're always down to play Destiny when we want to, just run a dungeon for fun, because we don't have enough for a raid, so dungeons it is for us.
Cool, man.
But and I mean, and there's the community in general, because I mean, without a lot of the people here, we wouldn't have this, great show that you guys put on for us.
Thanks, man.
And then, it's always fun to come on and give you guys hell sometimes, but for the most part, I'm just happy to be a part of the community. And even though I don't interact with everybody like I would if I saw people in real life, but
you're busy gaming.
I'm a social lurker, so
I got you. It's cool.
It's every once in a while we have good topics in some of the other channels in the Discord, and the feedback channel is always fun to see what other people think of the show.
I love the feedback channel. I always look at every Monday.
Shout out to my fire team. Shout out to the Guardian Roundtable crew as a whole.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Really do. Zombie Pops, good to have you back again, man.
Yeah.
Busy as hell, I'm sure, because of the summer. I'm sure the rains aren't helping things either, but anybody you want to give a shout out to tonight?
I always like to shout out the Wednesday night raid team that I typically raid with. Those guys are keeping Destiny going.
Nice.
And obviously the Saturday night raid team as well. It's like you said, it's a highlight of the week. I mean, even we did the Sparrow racing and stuff the other night. It's good stuff. Good
that was fun.
That's what
Allocated.
That's what keeps. Yeah, that's what keeps the games alive, though.
Yeah.
Just good times with good people. And Kilvin, shout out to Kilvin. We missed him on this last Wednesday night.
Yep.
But
shout out, by the way. He'll be on the show next week.
Yep.
He is our new guest.
Yeah. So if he doesn't shout me out, then
there's gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Might be making him feel
West Side Story dust off.
Him and his thick Titan. But yeah, no. Other than that, no. Everybody in the GDC or GDR.
Yeah, GDR now.
It's good. Yeah, good people. Good people.
Yeah, man, I agree. Wholeheartedly.
Keep the community going.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. And we're starting to see right now the Destiny loyal are starting to fall out a little bit, and I just wish that people would stick around and realize that we have so much more to offer than just Destiny anymore. And if something comes up in Destiny, we definitely want to talk about it, man. We still love the game. We deep down, we love Destiny. It ruined me, remember? Anyway, thanks, Zombie Pops. Appreciate it. Mr. Kingsley Mack, any shout outs before we go tonight, man?
Yeah, don't let Destiny ruin you.
Number one.
Yeah, this time I do want to also focus it on the community. I was thinking this even kind of before some things Zombie was saying and stuff, but in the Discord, continue to just talk about random things. A lot of times people, and there's nothing wrong with this too, but a lot of times people will be like, good morning, all this stuff, but it's just kind of like small talk, right? But I challenge people, and I'll try to do this myself too, just talk about something random that'll get a discussion going. Ask a question, anything like that. A lot of people will love to write stuff back. So just a fun little challenge to keep the community active.
Yeah. I always shout out everyone in the chat, in the live chat, because I realize it's not easy to show up for a show live, and I value everyone that comes in, even just to say hi and take off, because they can't stick for the whole thing. But I'm actually going to shout out Allocate tonight. She's been a really good friend. She's been she takes all my shit on Saturday nights, and she doesn't say anything. And I even dissed her, I guess, on the raid race. Apparently, I don't know how, but apparently I dissed her on the raid race when I was with Mr. Fudd, and it's all love. I don't mean to. I mean, I'll give you with Gen X, and she understands this. With Gen X, we razz our friends. That's kind of our way of saying, hey, you're cool. You know, we kind of make fun of our friends or razz them a little bit. Is what we say. That's just kind of the way us older people do things. And anyway, I want to give a shout out.
We only do that. No one else does, huh?
No one else does. Just me.
Yep.
You got to understand. But no, I mean, yeah, shout out to Allocate. She took over and has really been taking over the clan side of things in the Discord, and we're going to be making some changes in the Discord soon. We're kind of rebranding a little bit. It's in the works right now. We're talking with our moderators. We're trying to see what everybody wants in our Discord community, and we're going to start shaping things soon. Little by little, I've been taking channels away because we're just not getting used. And, but just keep an eye out. We're definitely changing with the times. So keep that in mind. But, yeah, shout out to our community, man. They kick ass. So listen, whether in life or in your game, get your reps in. Later, Guardians.
And then get to God mode like me.
Oh.
And then don't push your childhood trauma off as Destiny ruining you for video games.
The end.
That works.
Moonlighting as therapist.
Yeah, Todd's therapy tonight. This Todd's therapy. That's for sure.